into the Boise State Esports Arena. Tonight we have exciting ECAC Halo action. We are Boise State going against SUNY Canton. Both of these teams are 2-1, so it'll be exciting to see who gets to go up 3-1 and who gets to go 2-2 here tonight in week 4. Tonight, we also are joining in progress, so we'll be trying to dive right in to get right into all of that Halo action. I'm your host, Colby D'Angelo Alloway, and joining me tonight is Noah Guidara. And you have a little bit of insider info tonight. What are you expecting from new players?
Yeah, so I will just keep it very brief, but Uli Toxico and Vagar, they are new additions to this Halo Infinite team. And so really what I am trying to see right now is just how they will adapt to improving their team communication as we get into this first game.
And it looks like, there we go, that is SUNY Canton. Map 1 is Live Fire Slayer. So a little bit of team deathmatch here. We kind of see some people running around. It looks like Mordor's already 4 kills in.
Yeah, definitely becoming a top fragger as Vagar will go down again. So kind of a slow game so far on Live Fire Slayer. We might have a trade kill between Reality and Zegrim, I think.
Ooh, 11-6. SUNY Canton is currently up almost by double of Boise State. We got to start kind of fragging out there. It looks like we see a little bit of pings in the chat there. Not going to be able to quite hit those shots. We see the slide. That elimination will come out. That's Reality. A double kill.
Yeah, excellent double kill by Reality. Just excellent aim control to be able to get those headshots, sort of tighten this lead as he is taking a bit of poke damage.
Gonna end up getting taken out down that window there. We see, I believe that was Zekram that eliminated them. 13-11. This is a close match with 9 minutes and 48 seconds remaining.
Yeah, definitely on Live Fire. You have swings in one direction, swings in the other direction. It is such a open and closed map at the same time. So really, this lead could swing back and forth definitely throughout this game, as it is as close as you can get right now.
Going back and forth every couple seconds. The other team is in the lead. Currently, we are tied. 15-15, 9 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. It looks like Reality, is going to go ahead and get that elimination on the Promise, putting Boise State 15-17 as Zekram is going to be taken down.
Reality already at 6 kills, tied with the Mortar. Zekram also at 6 kills, so we'll see if these top fraggers can increase their lead as we have SUNY Canton grouping up a little bit in the middle of the map. Yes, Reality will fall.
So the big fraggers that we're watching out for right now, of course, Zekram with 7, but then Reality and Mortar with 6 and 6, and then Vagar not really slept on at all with 5 to themselves there, as well as Promise. Lots of these players are definitely kind of fragging out, getting lots of eliminations, leaving us 19-19 with 8 minutes and 33 seconds. We see somebody kind of trying to get a sneaky flank, but Zekram is just going to get taken out by all those spikes.
Yeah, the power weapons. You got to watch out for the power weapons because they can really turn the tide of a series or a game. Yeah, Zekram will take out Reality, just caught sleeping. And again, the power weapons reign supreme.
So it looks like we're seeing 21-22, 8 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Ooh, Dat Boy is going to get taken out, sending us 24-21, excuse me now here. It looks like somebody's looking for a little flank. They know they're there. They're running away, but they're on the hunt. It looks like the true Mordor is going to get that elimination on the Promise and then immediately get eliminated by Dat Boy.
Yep, and that Slayer is just trading a lot of kills as we have a fight across this power armor, and Vagar will fall as lots of shields are being popped, and Reality with a triple.
Kind of resetting a little bit. They haven't been able to find any enemies in Slayer. 29-25. The lead is currently in Boise State's hands, I believe. Looks like, ooh, that is 3 members of the enemy team there. Gonna be able to get the first one and the second one. Wow. Just the first one on Zekram. They're looking for the second. Vagar kind of set up a little bit of a cross angle, but the mortar is going to get taken out. Not much of a cross angle if there's not somebody else to cross.
Yeah, he got fragged in the most literal of sense. I think that was like 3 grenades that he took.
That's true.
So as the lead swings back to SUNY Canton's, excuse me, I believe that the lead is still in Boise State's favor, but just barely. Plasma grenade goes out, but no kills will be found quite yet.
Boise State barely in the lead here. We're kind of seeing some members running around in tunnel there. It looks like, ooh, Reality's going to be able to hit more shots than Zekram initially, and Zekram's one of the big fraggers to watch for SUNY Canton. So this is awesome. We see Vagar playing in arena right now. Vagar with 6 kills and 3 assists to their name. Definitely not slacking at all here.
Yeah, and Vagar and the True Mortar just take 3 kills, and now it is 35-31 as we cross 6 minutes. I don't think time will be an issue for reaching 50 kills for either of these teams, as we have a little bit of a skirmish. Uli Toxico will fall down to Zekram, but Zekram might be in trouble.
It looks like, ooh, Mordor is definitely not in trouble though. There was several eliminations coming out there. Boise State still in the lead, 39-32. Man, SUNY Canton is not far behind though, kind of matching each elimination that comes out. We see a little bit of spraying, a couple of missed shots there, but Mortar is going to end up picking up Zekram again. Zekram, Mortar has decided to specifically focus them.
Yeah, the Mortar making the most of that power armor. He will fall eventually, but now it is an 8-kill lead. 5 minutes in, this is going to end very soon if Boise State keeps up the current trajectory. And Reality will fall, but True Mortar gets a trade kill there on Dat Boy.
With State 7 elims from winning, 5 minutes and 12 seconds to get those. Oh, it's now 5 kills. We see Mortar eliminate. We see Vagar coming in, clutch there. And it looks like Mortar has really pulled away as the top fragger, I want to say, of this lobby in Slayer right now with 20 kills.
Yep, a little bit of a top frag diff in this first round, as Uli Toxico will run into the frag grenade and basically all of SUNY Canton, and Will with the power weapons, but the True Mortar
is going to take him out.
Oh, and the grenades from Reality take out Dat Boy once again. The frag grenades are really the MVP of this series, but Zekram with very nice aim.
There's 2 of them there. Got to be very careful kind of approaching. Is currently hiding in cover. We see the nade spam ending up getting there. The True Mortar will find you, sniff you out, and get that elimination. And it looks like that will be a Boise State round 1 victory on Slayer. And Boise State is supported by the Idaho Army National Guard, who's a proud supporter. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuardGaming. So what just happened?
So I think there's definitely just aim diff going on in this game. I feel like there's some times where it kind of felt like I think it's the controller aim assist, but I felt like the heads were just getting tapped so frequently and so often. I was very impressed by like the True Mortar and Reality and just a lot of the BSU players. They really did well in this first round, but it was close. SUNY Canton might be able to take this next map.
Is there anyone that you want to highlight from SUNY Canton?
SUNY Canton. I would have to say Dat Boy, but mostly just I really like his name. I really like Dat Boy because when you get killed by Dat Boy, then that's kind of just a moral victory for SUNY Canton.
So ECAC Collegiate Halo, going back to the basics here. This is a 4v4, best of 5. Each team bans a map. Losing team picks the next mode. And so right now, SUNY Canton will be picking the next mode. I'm sure there's a little bit of deliberation on that. And Doc's keys to the game will help in all modes. And Doc's keys to the game in Halo are to control that high ground, rotate to power items, team target, sweaty comms. And Doc's keys to the game are brought to us by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com.
So I believe that our next game mode is Oddball. And Oddball is a very interesting game mode just because of, like, there's so much strategy that goes into it, because it's not just keeping the ball away from the other team and you holding onto the ball. Like, you can do lots of things where you just, like, throw the ball across the map. As the Oddball player, you also have a very strong melee attack.
Mm-hmm.
And so as we go into this next map, I would love to see how both of these teams adapt to the new game mode.
Well, it's sure not going to be yeeting the oddball off the edge, because there's nowhere on streets for you to do that, which is actually a pretty valid strategy on some of the maps in Halo, where you can just kind of yeet the oddball off, send it back to the middle if it's in an unfavorable position for you. What do you think are some of the most important strategies here?
Well, on this map, you have lots of tight corners, but then you also have sort of this, like, this open area. But I've seen firsthand reality. He's been able to, like, use these power weapons, especially like the rocket launcher, like grenades and stuff, where if you can get a flank, like, in these tight corners, and you just get a team elimination where there's nobody can test the oddball, that buys you so much time. You can get easily, like, 50 points to the oddball for free, and that's really, if Boise State wants to continue this lead, what they'll be looking for.
Always love some reality rocket launcher plays. To call back to your initial question in Inside Info, what are you liking the most about our new players that are currently on right now, which would be Veigar and Uli?
So I think Veigar, with the amount of kills that he had, he wasn't far behind reality in the True Mortar. And then Uli Toxico, he was holding his own as well. Wasn't necessarily the top frag, but I'm sure in the team comms, which we can't hear, he is providing an excellent amount of communication as we get into this next map.
So it looks like both teams are kind of rotating, trying to find each other. Some shots are exchanged. We see that kind of shield go down. It looks like parts of it are going to be broken. In Main Street Alley, that's kind of where we're expecting this duel to happen right now, with 4 minutes and 42 seconds remaining. No kills. Oh, 1 kill.
You jinxed it.
I sure did. You're right. That's that caster's curse right there. And it looks like neither team has possession of the oddball just yet. Kind of looking around, we see Veigar kind of hunting around these streets. True Mortar's going to go ahead and ping somebody in Subway. So Boise State is kind of rotating, getting some eyes on that.
It looks like the oddball will be taken by SUNY Canton. Cool Dog Zero will take out Veigar. But Uli Toxico, as I was speaking, he's getting some frags of his own. He actually gets a melee kill, but he gets blown up. Shot into the air, Looney Tunes style. But still, the oddball is not for Boise State. As I say that, Boise State does get the oddball, gets dropped.
Getting a couple shots in.
Getting a couple shots, yes. You want to kill the other team before you really want to take the oddball if you're in a precarious position.
Definitely, and it looks like that oddball is picked up back up for Boise State. 8 and climbing to 10. 3 minutes and 58 seconds remaining. Oh, the nade spam! Is it going to be able to take out the oddball holder? Looks like everybody's kind of converging on Uli Toxico.
Yes, and as we approach about 16 and 10 with 4 minutes remaining on this oddball, again, I don't think the points will be stopped by the time limit, as it is very close. As the ball just gets picked up, it gets dropped. Both these teams are just really trying to utilize as much strategy as possible to make sure they can hold on to this oddball for as long as possible.
And it looks like as we're kind of going around here, 26 and climbing, excuse me, from SUNY Canton. Oddball's definitely their map. We kind of see the frag out. It looks like there is the potential to pick up. Members of Boise State and SUNY Canton are kind of all converging on that oddball. We see lots of shots, not quite going to be able to get him just yet. An elimination might be forthcoming. Oh, no, the second one comes in and saves him. Veigar almost had it.
Oh, Veigar got the shields popped, but got meleeed down. You hate to see it. Maybe, oh, the True Mortar does actually blow up 2 members of SUNY Canton with the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher, again, like I mentioned previously, it is so strong on this map just because of the tight corners. You can get so much explosive power as we have a fight in the middle street alley.
Looks like we're kind of going around. State 24 and climbing. quickly catching up to that 29 with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here. We still see Zekram and the True Mortar as the main fraggers for both of these teams with 8 and 7. But this isn't just about kills, as True Mortar is going to go down. Boise State still holding on to that ball.
Yeah, definitely an oddball. You can die and say it was a tactical death if you distracted the team while your team was holding on to the oddball. I'm not sure your teammates would buy it. However, it is Boise State still with the lead, but that is slowly disintegrating as it is now evened up. The oddball will get down. So now at 41 to 41, 3 minutes here, as I believe that SUNY Canton is acquiring almost 50 points here on this oddball.
Which is about half of what they need. Vagar is going to be taken down in that corridor there. It looks like we're kind of set up in Plaza. Looks like the True Mortar is going to get an elimination. Eagle team halfway to victory. Just to reset, that is SUNY Canton. 2 minutes and 46 seconds remaining, 53. They've dropped the oddball currently, trying to win the kind of fight. True Mortar getting some frags there. Wow, taking out the promise of us, but will immediately get taken out by Dat Boy. Again, the Mortar counter.
Yeah, Dat Boy is coming in. And it looks like Reality just got blown up by Dat Boy. Can Boise State take out this rocket launcher? Seems like Boise State is trying to make some sort of approach. Will it be successful? That is the question. But this will not help them get the lead. They need to get their hands on this oddball as we have a very, very tight indoors battle going on. Reality will take out the promise of us.
We saw Vagar attempt to leverage the oddball kind of melee there, wasn't able to get that. True Mortar is going to take down the Bulldog there and ping an enemy in Old Town. We kind of see somebody wandering around in the commercial district trying to get over to the True Mortar.
Yeah, and I think now with...
That's 3.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Reality takes that promise of us, but gets blown up by Dat Boy with the nade. But Boise State will get more members, so perhaps they get their hands on this oddball, but they still haven't. And now as we approach a minute 30, Boise State needs to at least get this lead or get this deficit a little closer as the time is running out. The ball will get taken by SUNY Canton once more.
61 and climbing for the Eagles side. 64, 1 minute and 23 seconds remaining. And it looks like they're still in possession. We see the True Mortar pinging an enemy. It looks like we're in Subway. This might be the battle of the melees. We're seeing lots of shots. They are going to, Uli is going to be able to get an elimination. Uli definitely fragging out as a new player as we rotate Subway stairs kind of into Plaza and now into the commercial district.
Yeah, the ball carrier will get killed, so maybe Boise State has an opportunity, but the True Mortar falls. Really Toxico will get a nice kill of his own, but now he's running with the oddball. Can't drop it in time. He will get taken out. And now Boise State is starting to sweat as we approach about a minute alongside SUNY Canton. 91 points to 47. Boise State has a tall task ahead of them.
If they held it for the full minute and 3 seconds going down, they would be able to catch up, but that's really concerning there. We see the oddball waiting to get picked up there. Dat Boy's gonna nade spam the True Mortar there. Uli's gonna take out Dat Boy for it though, and then Uli's immediately gonna get traded. This just kind of feels like a little bloodbath over here in Plaza on Stairwell.
Yeah, and this will be the first round of this oddball match going the way of SUNY Canton. It's blown up. Getting ourselves into some replays. But
looks like we see somebody kind of looking around. We see the ball taken, some melees had. They're going to drop it right as they're revealed, and we see in the Plaza just kind of the shootout happening, and then the advantage of the high ground. That's been Duck's keys to the game. They're just going to drop right on them and get those kills.
Yeah, and immediately just a bloodbath going into this second round. However, Boise State with the early oddball points, the True Mortar. With a nice double frag, this rocket launcher is paying dividends to both sides in the streets.
Definitely we're in Old Town True Mortar. True Mortar's just popping up in the feed all over there, getting all kinds of frags. 25 with 4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining for Boise State here. This is what we're looking for. We like this.
Boise State really just brushing off this first round, saying it was a fluke. Definitely momentum is, oh my god. Cool Dog just gets immediately evaporated by this rocket launcher on the True Mortar. And now, can the True Mortar find some more dirt? Okay.
Not quite. Not just a little bit of a couple whiffs on shots there after they're proving why they're using rocket launcher. We see some shots exchange. It looks like Zekrom will take down Uli, and that is the ball switched over now to SUNY Canton, 7 and climbing with 4 minutes and 38 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but 49 is a very impressive first run here for Boise State. SUNY Canton has a lot of ground to make up, but there is plenty of time to play for. So at this point, you just want to eliminate the team and get the ball and hold on to it. That's how you win oddball.
Now Boise State kind of pulling away with that halfway, 53 and climbing, 4 minutes and 31 seconds remaining. Boise State really trying to take this round number 2 here as we see kind of somebody sneaking into some cover, dropping the oddball in favor of getting some shots on the enemy team.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do, because holding on to the oddball is great, but if you die because you can't attack, then, well, that boy will take out the True Mortar. But can Reality find it? There's no shield. Zekrom will die. And the ball is taken by SUNY Canton, trying to recoup some points. And it looks like this is just getting dribbled. And SUNY Canton tried to take the ball away, but I think Boise State has this.
Should be able to get it. Boise State is currently up in the fight. Vagar fragging out one of our new players onto Zekrom, which is the main fragger for SUNY Canton with 20 kills up there. My God, Uli Toxico is gonna frag out onto Cool Dog there, and then we see Boise State has picked up the ball, and immediately as I say that, they're gonna drop it and go back to fight.
Yeah, Uli Toxico using this rocket launcher very effectively. The name's coming out, and somehow Zekrom catches True Mortar unawares.
It looks like right now Cool Dog does currently have the oddball, 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. 31 going up. They're going to go down. Boise State now has the opportunity to perhaps grab this oddball and win the fight, getting a 70. Looks like Boise State 78 and climbing now.
Yeah, in reality, taking out that boy alongside Zekrom getting taken out means that Boise State has a lot of time to play with this oddball as they approach 91 points, 92 points. They're doing it faster than SUNY Canton did in the first round.
We see True Mortar pinging a lot of stuff. Vagar going to come out with that frag onto the Promise. Zekrom is going to get taken out. Looks like round 2 is going to go to Boise State, leaving us 1-1.
Yeah, definitely a much cleaner performance coming out from the Broncos in this second round. They're matching SUNY Canton 1-1, and as we get into this third round, we're going to see who is able to ultimately take the match.
What do you expect in the third round? We're watching these replays in the hallway.
I think we're going to see teams get a lot more desperate as they don't want to lose. So we're probably going to see a little bit more fast-paced gameplay. And as I say that, oh, Reality got hit by the reality check of the oddball. But again, I feel like this round is going to be so fast-paced.
We see lots of nade spam in Plaza, now onto Commercial District. That's where shots are currently being exchanged. Right now, it is SUNY Canton with 11 on the oddball in 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Ooh, ball taken, immediately going to get taken out.
And True Mortar will die to promise of us. However, Reality will avenge his fallen teammate. However, Boise State was still not able to. As his power weapon pistol comes out, Vagar is able to kill Cool Dog, but he might die to his own Dat Boy once again.
Vagar defending the oddball, kind of waiting for somebody else to get, waiting for somebody else to have that opportunity to pick it up for Boise State. Right now, this is just kind of a little bit of a bloodbath around the oddball in Main Street Alley. We're going to see it picked up for the side of Boise State, 3 and climbing, 3 minutes and 52 seconds remaining.
Yeah, nice nade kill. And actually, the True Mortar gets 2 for 1. So that is a trade you will take when you have the oddball. And now Boise State just needs to hold on to this. 17, 18, 19. And now SUNY Canton looks like they are mounting an attack of their own.
There it is, Vagar on the Dat Boy. Love to see it. That is Boise State currently up. Ball's going to get taken and immediately dropped as the firefight continues in Old Town Stairs and Plaza.
And Zekrom with 24 kills, but still not able to use that kill advantage to get a point advantage so far in this third round. Looks like Uli, Toxico, and Vagar are trying to take out some of SUNY Canton as a bazillion explosions happen.
Lots of hate spam from the high ground there. We do see thinking about picking up the oddball. First needs to win the firefight. Barely going to be able to do that. It's True Mortar taking out the promise of us. Looking for some other members to eliminate. Kind of get some safety on that oddball before we pick it up. It looks like ball taken, immediately dropped. Boise State still up 24 to SUNY Canton's 11 with 3 minutes and 1 second remaining.
Yeah, definitely feels like there have been much more frags going on and less point taking, as whoever grabs the oddball seems to like immediately lose it. However, Boise State is acquiring a significant lead here, about 25 so far, as Power Weapon comes through for Reality, but Reality will get immediately traded.
Looks like we're kind of going around. SUNY Canton's trying to make up some of that point deficit, 16 and climbing now against Boise State's 36. Boise State is trying to hunt down that ball carrier. Looking in Commercial District, looking in Plaza, trying to like find it. It looks like they're still in possession. SUNY Canton is though, 27 and climbing, 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining.
The True Mortar with a good kill on Cool Dog. However, they need to approach the oddball.
There it is.
It looks like Boise State will actually get the oddball, so now they're climbing their lead, approaching that 50 points. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. Shield pop, and it looks like True Mortar will take out Cool Dog once again.
The shield pop and follow up, beautiful. We love to see True Mortar picking some enemies. Now Boise State is trying to kind of collapse onto those with the oddball still, so down one shooter in fight.
And it looks like Reality will take that promise of us as a power weapon from the True Mortar. The True Mortar on absolute slaughter, about to approach 40 kills in this entire match.
Looks like as we're kind of going around 72 and climbing, 2 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Boise State has a very comfortable lead and still possession of the oddball even as Zekrim goes down. Or even as Zekrim gets the elimination on Reality. Excuse me, True Mortar 39 versus Zekrim at 29. That's a full 10 kill top fragger difference there, as now SUNY Canton has taken the oddball. 33 and climbing, 2 minutes 29 seconds. Tall order.
SUNY Canton, this really is their last stand. If they lose this oddball here, you have to believe if Boise State has the time and the gap to 100 is close enough that Boise State just needs one good hold. However, Cool Dog with this oddball, and let's see if SUNY Canton can put up a formidable defense. They're doing well so far. They have 60 points of their own, and now it is getting a little too close for comfort for Boise State. Vagar will take out promise of us. But now it is just going to become an absolute bloodbath here in this building.
Boise State has taken the ball. No, yes, Boise State is still in possession of the ball. 89 and climbing. Vagar trying desperately from that high ground to defend the Boise State ball holder. Boise State really wants to take this. 97 and climbing, 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. That is the end of round number 3, and it looks like that will go to Boise State. What did we bring it? How did we bring it back?
So I think that first round was just a little, I feel like it was a little weird. SUNY Canton just was able to get like an early lead and just hold on to it. That's really what oddball is all about, is just getting that lead, acquiring it, and then that allows you a lot more room to sort of make mistakes as long as they're small enough mistakes.
And the Idaho Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Boise State Esports. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. So, SUNY Canton is, again, put in the position of being able to pick the next mode. Is there anything that you might like to see?
I would love to see Capture the Flag.
Capture the Flag?
Capture the Flag is such a fun game mode. It's so classic. You have a lot of little sneaky strategies you can do where you, like, hide the flag or you, like, walk slowly with the flag so you don't get detected. And so it just is, it's like playing chess in Halo, Capture the Flag. Or well, Oddball also is like playing chess. But I just like Capture the Flag because it requires a lot of communication that really demonstrates that the superior team is the one who played the game better.
Are there any maps that you like to see on Capture the Flag?
I don't really have a preference.
That's fair. I'd like to highlight Aquarius as a Capture the Flag kind of like favorite type deal. That is something that Boise State has played a lot of in Halo, so it'll be interesting to see our new members, just like you were talking about in the beginning, like Vagar, Toxico, and Uli kind of like coming in, seeing what they can do on Aquarius, because historically that's been a pretty good map for Boise State.
Well, let's hope that Boise State can continue the streak of performing well on that map. I would love to see it.
And with Capture the Flag, exchanging high ground, do you think there's usually a designated flag carrier?
Yeah, I think the flag carrier, and you hate to say it, is probably the person who's performing the least well in terms of like fragging, just because you want to protect your flag carrier. And if you have your top frags or the people with a better aim, you know, just better hands, I suppose, protecting that flag carrier, then you stand a better chance of surviving all the way to your base.
All right. Okay. So you're in Halo, right? You're running with the flag. Who do you want at your back? Who do you want protecting you?
Who do I want protecting me? I want the true mortar.
Oh, absolutely. Fragged out that last game. I mean, really, there is almost no other option there. 10 kills away from the next closest person on the opposite team. It's insane. Do you have anything to say about this map?
Looks like it's very wet. We actually have our lineup here, though.
So it looks like our lineup for this final round, if Boise State is going to take this best of, is going to be Reality, Vagar, the Mortar, and Uli Toxico. We see 2 new members, 2 returning members. We always love to see kind of like the old and the new blend in Boise State as we get right into the next match.
God, I feel like I'm having some deja vu here. I feel like we played this map before.
Looks like we're kind of set up in tower right now, trying to defend point B. This actually looks like strongholds here.
Yeah, strongholds. So not necessarily capture the flag. However, again, it's a bit less basic than Slayer, as we have a little bit of trade going on in here.
Vagar popping off, getting pulled out. Dat Boy will get Vagar. It feels like Dat Boy is just there to like counterfrag.
Yeah. Well, that's the game of Halo, is just frags and counter frags and then counter frags on those counter frags.
Counter.
Yeah, however, on strongholds, again, you just need 2 out of 3 to gain points.
So it looks like we do have A and B, so Boise State is currently going up 19 with 1 minute and 3 seconds as we kind of keep going. It's like,
Yeah.
Boise State's at a numbers disadvantage, though, as Promise and Dat Boy are going to kind of get some frags. We see somebody waiting in that little hallway. Ooh, Zekram will take out Reality.
Yeah, and on strongholds, sometimes there's the strategy of you divide and conquer, see if you can get a sneaky point take while the rest of your team retakes one, or maybe you just all attack one. And so there's a lot of diversity in strategy. And we'll see if any of these teams can employ it well. However, it just seems to be the game of frags so far. That is, oh my goodness, Promise of Us immediately just bots Reality with that sniper rifle. Power weapons coming in clutch for both sides.
All right, so with points B and C taken, SUNY Canton currently has a lead, 34, and climbing to Boise State's 28. They've got all 3 captured right now, as C looks like it's going over to Boise State there. So now we're back to 2, A and B, but 41 still climb. No, the climb has currently been stopped as Boise State is contesting point B.
Yeah, as 1 point gets taken, another gets retaken. And this is just the game that Strongholds is. We'll see if these frags can lessen the pressure for Boise State, but it doesn't seem so, as only the true mortar remains. And he actually will die as well. Fleet white.
Ooh, now that is Boise State with all 3 of them going up super fast, 57 and, SUNY Canton with all 3, 62 and climbing now to Boise State, still 28. Looks like somebody's looking around from the high ground, trying to get some frags. See some people, but they're undercover. Uli Toxico will be able to take out Dat Boy. Reality will take out Cool. And it looks like Uli's going to take out Promise. Uli is fragging out right now.
Yeah, Uli with 2 frags of his own. So he's feeling pretty good. Taking a bit of damage here. And Reality will fall.
Looks like Cool Dog's going to take out True Mortar with a melee. It looks like right now, SUNY Canton, 100 and still climbing with caps on A, and C, and it looks like they're about to be able to cap B as Boise State is rotating C.
Yep, strongholds. Momentum game. It is so difficult to retake once the other team has 3. You really just got to play so well. You got to frag well. And Boise State, they have the ability to do it as Reality takes out 1. And now Reality and Vagar. But Vagar just gets immediately killed by Promise of Us on that sniper rifle. Reality is trying to retake point A. And he actually does kill that boy, so A will be retaken.
That was 3 people that they managed to take out there to kind of get that over on Boise State's side. We do see they've still just got A in-house, though. Kind of looking through Overlook there. Looking at point C, we see the approach. This is currently A and B for Boise State, 33 and climbing.
Yeah, and as it approaches a 100-point lead with 4 minutes and going up, seems like State has a work cut out for them. Reality is able to get a nade kill on Bulldog.
Nice.
From Zus will just melee Uli Toxico, and it looks like they're just kills all across the board, but Reality is still alive. Maybe gets the kill on the power weapon, but he just gets meleeed. Gets smacked.
Gave themselves away with that first shot, wasn't able to capitalize on the second, so we do see A and C now captured for SUNY Canton, 128, and they were climbing. Now Boise State is on point C, kind of stopping that from happening there.
Stronghold capture.
Yeah, definitely. As we have a slight lull in the point acquisition. However,
B and C belong to Boise State now. Fit 62 and climbing, kind of bridging that massive gap there. As Promise of Us is going to take out Uli Toxico. That might hurt us a little bit here. We kind of see some nade spam going out. We see Canals. It looks like Canals where the fight's currently happening.
Yeah. And kills are nice, but need to get those points. Vagar does get 2 kills. That it maybe will help with this site retake as A should get captured. And now Boise State might have 3 points of their own as they are catching up quickly to SUNY Canton.
There it is, A, B, and C for Boise State, 77 and climbing, kind of bridging this gap. It's getting less and less with each second that is added to that clock, 5 minutes and 39 seconds. Vagar's going to take out Dat Boy. True Mortar is going to get taken out by 2. Cool Dog, and somebody gets sent into the stratosphere over there.
I believe it was Reality with that nade. And yes, it is so comically hilarious to see the Halo characters just get blasted up into the air with the ragdoll physics.
Team Rocket blasting.
Okay.
And then we kind of see somebody peek over the box there, get that elimination. Uli Toxico taking out Cool Dog. It looks like Vagar is going to take out Dat Boy. It looks like now's the time for Boise State to kind of move in, cap all 3 points, at least A and B, 93 and climbing as Zekrem's going to take down Vagar. State, Reality's going to go down as well. Lots of firefighting happening here in Overlook. We do see the rotation into hallway, trying to get on point C there, not able to find it.
Yeah, point C captured, but nobody's on point B for SUNY Canton, so Boise State is still getting points here, even though they killed quite a few members from Boise State. And now SUNY Canton is starting to get worried as we almost have a tie game here on this 3rd round, or this 3rd match.
Tumbles over the box, does a little cartwheel. A and C currently captured for SUNY Canton now. 133 and climbing, but Boise State's 121, 657. They've made up a lot of space, so they're kind of looking to do that right now around green bend, trying to frag out. Promise of Us is going to take down Uli, and Vagar is going to get an elimination for Boise State. We see a little bit of some shots from Canal down that hallway there. Now we're up in Nest, trying to get the high ground advantage. Throwing some nade spam into there, going to get an elimination. Reality, Mortar, and Reality again.
Yeah, Reality just not missing with these headshots. The controller aim assist is really... I'm sorry. But, however, this means that Boise State will actually maybe be able to approach
Goodbye, Vagar.
a victory here.
Look at that little ragdoll there. We see A and C currently captured for SUNY Canton. Now it is B and C as A belongs to Boise State, 155 and climbing, 7 minutes and 48 seconds. We see kind of some people from Boise State looking around Overlook. Ooh, that person's chasing, getting chased out in the hallway there. We see Reality take out Promise of Us with a melee. Vagar, lots of melees here, taking out Dat Boy. Point B is under contest.
Yeah, SUNY Canton some of their members fall, and this means that Boise State will be able to start acquiring points. It's only 2-1 on the sites, and SUNY Canton is mounting a counter attack. They still have the lead, but that lead will be quickly, sorry, not quickly, slowly closing. However, Boise State is able to get 3 points. Maybe that will be quickly.
143 and climbing. Points A and B belonging to Boise State. 8 minutes and 34 seconds going in. We're slow with every second that goes on. That gap of 150 to 171 is closing. We see some kind of defending of point B for Boise State. Reality is going to get that. Ooh, gets both of the attackers, Promise and Dat. Boy, Vagar gets Cool Dog somewhere off screen over to the right, defending point A. Boise State's holding this. 163, 171. Boise State can almost take the lead here.
Reality with these headshots that came in so clutch on the site defense of point B. And now Boise State actually takes the lead here.
Love it.
Oh man, I'm a Reality fan after those headshots.
Feels like an underdog story because there was a point where Boise State was really far behind, but now 183 to 171. 184 now, still climbing as Boise State maintains possession of A and B, though that is under contest there as B's going to get taken, and A and C kind of look like they're up in the air.
Yeah, and now 3 points taken for SUNY Canton. Point C wasn't able to be retaken by Boise State, however, as we have trade melee kills. Promise of Us takes out another Boise State. And now 3 points. Boise State has to reset. Actually, stop SUNY Canton's approach.
203. It looks like they finally are going to cap point C, which is good. Now that's going up a little bit slower there. 1 by 1 to 11 and still climbing to Boise State's 184. Boise State kind of trying to make some moves onto A or B. Mortar's going to get a frag. We're capturing point A and B, actually, it looks like, and leaving C.
Yeah, this is the guerrilla tactics guy was mentioning earlier, where you just do a little sneaky beaky, take out one, and get those points, especially if you just need points. And now it is 2-1, so Boise State will be acquiring points. However, there is a site test. And Reality just immediately just frags too. Takes out Cool Dog. He's going for more.
Feels like Stronghold is definitely Reality's game mode here, as they're kind of just pulling away from the rest of the competition in terms of kills here. A and C belong to Boise State, so points are 198 and climbing, still down to 219 from SUNY Canton. All 3 points belong to Boise State, though, so going up much quicker. Now it's just 2.
Yep, but still points being gained. And Reality with 23 kills here is the top fragger of his team, highest kill count in the entire game. Vagar will fall to Cool Dog. Mortar will take out Promise of Us. Cool Dog will take out the True Mortar. Trade kills all around. And now it looks like SUNY Canton is trying to get some retakes, but no. Retake on A fails. Retake on B is successful, but Boise State still with the point lead. It is so close. These teams just need to get to 250.
Looks like 225 for Boise State and 219 for SUNY Canton, as B and C now belong to Boise State, gaining points, 228 and climbing. Now SUNY Canton needs to make some moves, and it looks like they're trying to do that, but Boise State's capping point A. Looks like SUNY Canton's moving on point C, though.
Yeah, and with 3 points taken, now SUNY Canton's starting to sweat. 240 points left, 242, 244, 245. Can Boise State hold on to this lead? SUNY Canton is retaking C. They retook B, but Reality, he doesn't miss. However, he needs to retake at least C to stop this point gain. Where's the rest of Boise State when you need them? They're respawning.
It looks like 230 and 230 to 245 A, B, and C. It looks like B is trying to get taken by Boise State over there, trying to make some moves, trying to get those remaining 5 points. Reality's just over on A.
Yep, and I think this will close it out.
I think that might be it there.
Yeah, I think that's it.
249, 250, and it looks like that will be Boise State taking strongholds. What did we do there really well?
Well, after that initial pretty large early lead from SUNY Canton, Boise State kind of just regrouped. They were able to get like one good site take where they got all 3. They got all 3, and then they were just able to hold on to that for basically the rest of the entire map.
Great. So as we kind of get back into here, we do have player of the game and then top 5 after that, which will close out Halo. Boise State with a 3-0 victory. I mean, honestly, there's not a better way to close out Halo. Who you thinking for player?
Well, in terms of frags, I think the True Mortar was really impressive. I think definitely Reality was the MVP of the third map, but I think overall, I would just have to say the True Mortar just for how many frags he managed to rack up in that second game.
I'm definitely going to go with Reality then. I mean, it's like one or the other, right? The top 2 fraggers, I think an honorable mention is Vagar as one of our new players that also did a significant amount of fragging themselves there. We see the Mortar kind of like getting some frags. This is their highlight reel, kind of taking some people out, taking the high ground, rotating around. And then with Reality, man, Reality really came alive on Stronghold. We see him kind of peak, get that first shot, get that second one. Reality's going to take out Cool Dog.
Yeah, Reality was just such an absolute goblin in this third map. He just was just getting so many crucial kills, so many crucial headshots.
Sneaky sneaking, hitting all the shots there. And then we have Uli as our final member that will be mentioned for player of the game. These are the 3 that it's between. Uli also came up to bat and kind of fragged out a little bit, especially more on Strongholds. They were a little bit slower to warm up than the Mortar and Reality, but they definitely came alive as well. So we're kind of seeing their little highlight reel.
Yeah.
Sticking with Mortar after watching those highlights?
Don't do this to me. I'm sticking with Mortar. I just think that 40 bomb. 40 bomb, that is just so phenomenal.
Fantastic. I'm sticking with Reality. I think they were hands down the MVP of Stronghold here, so we're going to find out who it really is, the suspense. Looks like you were right. That will be the Mortar as we kind of watch their play, watch them get some frags. They're going to get kind of eliminated there. But then we see them come out immediately around that corner, frag out, go to the high ground. These were some highlights that we just watched. And the ICCU player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. The Mortar is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game. And Boise State's top fragger of the night.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal gameplay by the Mortar to get this MVP. Excellent play on oddball, obviously. Good play on Strongholds. But I think overall, all of Boise State, especially the new players, really held their own.
Look at that, 38. And the next closest on SUNY Canton is 27 with Zekrom. And the next closest on Boise State is Reality with 27, just so far and away. Do you have any final closing thoughts before we get to our top 5 and end this Halo section of tonight?
So I believe that puts Boise State at 3-1.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're really just catapulting themselves to the top of the leaderboard here. I think this was a defining match for Boise State. Really proved that their earlier wins weren't flukes and that they have good team synergy, good team cohesion, and I'm just really proud of them tonight.
Me too, definitely. And the top 5 plays feels like the perfect way to kind of close things out because it's a highlight reel of why we're so proud of Boise State. And the top 5 plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. From all of us here at Boise State Esports, thank you for joining us for Halo, and be sure to stick around for maybe some Smash, maybe some Overwatch. We're going to find out, and we'll tell you as soon as we do. Going up super fast, 57 and, SUNY Canton with all 362 and climbing now to Boise State still. Boise State Esports Arena. We are right back as promised with some nice Overwatch against Wichita State. This is still week 2, so everybody's still kind of building up and feeling things out, but we're really excited to have everybody here tonight in stadium playing the games live. So we'll be trying to get into that as fast as we possibly can up against Wichita State here again. And I'm still your host, Colby D'Angelo Alloway, and I mean, my returning co-caster is Noah Guidara. So it looks like, how do support players need to play differently in Overwatch 2?
Well, Overwatch 1, you at least have like one off tank that could just like help you. But now that there's only one tank and 5 players in Overwatch 2, you have to be so careful as a support player. You really just got to watch your flanks, and you got to hope that you can communicate with your team and just stay alive to provide those heals and assistance.
Outlast the enemy support. So this is map 1 push, and it looks like Kiriko's player. Lots of people have kind of considered her a must pick here, so it'll be exciting to see. It looks like Kiriko Lucio for both teams.
Yeah.
So as we get straight into the fight here, it looks like Matt Burke is going in on Reinhardt, trying to go in on this Zarya, getting some hammer swings in. We see Sojourn ability come out. We see Goblin getting the beam onto Zarya, and immediately after that, Lucio's going to fall. That is Boise State up 2 in this 5v5. Charge is going to whip, but going to be able to get that hammer kill onto Sojourn, and that is Wichita State having to just reset. Ooh, Kiriko couldn't get out in time, though. What happened?
Matt Merck just absolutely went hammer time alongside Frost, Goblin, just providing so much DPS, with Bagel and Lyric just really assisting the Sojourn. And this Reinhardt are just absolutely mopping up Wichita State right now. And Matt Merck just keeps on swinging his hammer alongside the shield. There's no way that Wichita State is getting through anytime soon, as this robot just keeps pushing.
So we see Lyric take out Wish. Lovely way to start. Up 1. It looks like we see Matt Merck, Ryan v Ryan. We see the pivot over to Ryan. Massive shatter. Just going to be able to get that whole backline in there and clean it up with some eliminations.
Yeah, that Reinhardt ultimate was massive, and Matt Merck just spamming the hello ability, waiting to the rest of his team, saying, thank you, I am a very large man, as Jeffrey B. pushing, our classic robot here, is just pushing, and the Kiriko ult comes out, and now this Sojourn is going to be firing 1,000,000 bullets a minute.
I like that descriptor because just you can just hear it going off, and then Frost does have that ultimate ability. Boise State having to give up a little bit of space, using some ultimates to try to take some of that back. Even as they back up, we see the protection Suzu coming out. Goblin's duplicate will be taken out as well. Somebody's got to stop that Reinhardt on cart, as Echo's just kind of running, hiding. Pride is going to take down Frost, but Matt Merck is going to take down Damply. That is a Reinhardt v Reinhardt stun. Matt Merck getting into hammer battle onto point. Boise State's too scattered. He just has to back up. No shield. This fight is looking kind of scrappy as Matt Merck and Goblin go down.
Yeah, now Lyric on this Kiriko actually does take out Pride, but this robot will be reset, and now Wichita State has some pushing of their own to do. We'll see how far they can get.
And they've got a pretty tall order. They need to get past checkpoint, and we do still have that Sojourn up, or ultimate up for Frost. Goblin is going to take down Wish, and it looks like Matt Merck is moving forward. Shield recharging, just getting those hammer swings in there onto that enemy Ryan, but the rest of his team is there as well. We see Dynamite running away 1 par. They're not going to, or Damply, excuse me, they're not going to be able to get far away. That is a reset for Wichita State, and Boise State's pushing back into their spawn courtyard.
Yeah. Now this Echo is just able to fly up in the air. No cares in the world, just providing some poke.
Lots of spam there, we kind of see. The stickies come out.
And Matt Merck is just hiding in this building. Sneaky beaky, like he has ultimate, and he actually does use the shatter.
There it is!
Oh.
What an amazing shatter, and then just gonna charge him off the map for style points. Style points. And it looks like Boise State, we do see Echo just kind of flying around free. Frost is going to get some eliminations just straight outside, or some poke outside their spawn, excuse me. No eliminations just yet, as we're approaching the final push.
Yeah. It looks like our resident robot here, Bob, does come out. Will he be able to do anything? That is the question. Boise State will be on the retreat for now, but they are not in any hurry because they are so far ahead. in the distance pushed here on this map.
So it looks like now the fight is getting set up for Boise State here again. The fight happening right over the robot. Matt Merck is just going to go straight in. We see the Sojourn pole come out. We see the Reinhardt pin immediately into a car. Ooh, Hanabe is going to go ahead and take down Lyric. Matt Merck, 92 HP and backing up. That's a massive sound barrier, going to keep everybody in the fight for a little bit longer in the face of that Kiriko ult. But Matt Merck is still real weak.
Yeah, Lyric needs to get here as soon as possible. And actually, Goblin will fall, and Matt Merck, he's a little low on his own, as well as Frost on the Sojourn. And now Wichita State gonna get some more yardage here. Be able to maybe get past this little corridor, but Boise State does not want that to happen.
All right, though, 5 minutes and 3 seconds. They've got a little bit to get past this checkpoint. It's going to be pretty rough. That's about 10 fights. Looks like Lyric is doing some work in the room, getting a lot of spams. Matt Merck is unfortunately going to go down, but that's Ryan for Ryan. Both of these teams even stop in the chat. It looks like we see Kiriko kind of winning the duel against the Sojourn, but it is Bagel that's going to pick up that final elimination. That is both DPS down for Wichita State, and Boise State's pushing in.
Yeah, Matt Merck with some wise words there. he just wants to be a guy swinging a hammer, but Wichita State does not want him to do that. However,
so, back and gone. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, sorry. No, you go ahead.
Oh, we're back in the spawn corridor there, and it looks like Matt Merck's, he just sneakies around that corner every single time, and they're not ready for it. Looks like they were ready that time a little bit. We see our players, the hyper gamer focus as we get into this fight. Matt Merck is just in swinging on your backline on your Kiriko. Hanabe's going to take him out, though. Does so much damage. That's Reinhardt for Reinhardt, and then Bagel's going to go down for trade here. This is currently Wichita State up 1, up 2, as Kiriko ult comes out, and it's just not enough to save anybody.
Yeah, Matt Merck overextends there, and he gets immediately killed, and with no tank there, Boise State is much more vulnerable. Wichita State will push this back, but again, 128 meters to 14 meters.
Is there anything Boise State can do to finally take this spawn plaza?
They just need to have a coordinated team push. Eliminate this Kiriko, that annoying Fox, and just somehow cordon off this Reinhardt and get to the backline, the DPS.
So, Matt Merck is currently contesting the push as the fight begins in here. We do see Bob going all the way in the back line. Frost is just going to kind of ignore that and stay out of sight. Bob is way too far to do things. It looks like Goblin and Wish are trade for trade, DPS for DPS. That Shatter's going to come out as well as Soundbarrier. Ooh, Frost, you better get out of there. Cha-Cha slide right out. And it looks like Matt Merck is taken down real low, and we see that Kiriko as well. Somebody got to get in there on Hanabe, and it looks like Frost is definitely trying, but instead switches their attention to Reinhardt. Matt Merck gets the pin. Love to see it on to Pride. This is Boise State up, and now you can see they're taking advantage of that elimination and getting pressing W and taking names.
Frost does not miss with these snipes, and now this Kiriko Hanbei is trying their damnedest to be able to stop the push, but it will.
Strafe.
Yeah.
AD Strafe OP just kind of lived for a while on cart, walking left and right.
Yeah, and this Lucio is just bouncing off Jeffrey B. pushing, and
he's hiding.
Matt Merck just loves to hide as Reinhardt. The juxtaposition here, but he will get spotted out, and now he actually has to play the tank for the team.
He's too big to hide. And as we get right into the fight there, that is Frost 100 on there. We do see Matt Merck trying to get aggressive, but Bagel's so weak. That is Boise State down 1, which really hurts their aggression. We see the pin come out. D'Souza comes out as well. 1-6-74 and climbing as that Kiriko ult comes out. And it's not enough to keep Matt Merck alive as Boise State down 2. Down 1 now as Wish is going to go down. Ooh, Lyric is just in a room with a Reinhardt. Get a TP away from that. Says, absolutely not, as they back up.
However, there's 1:30 left, so this still will favor Boise State if the time runs out, because Wichita State has so little time to work with, as we have a little bit of a skirmish and kind of a big team fight as the Reinhardts are just butting heads. Who will win? That's the real question.
Looks like as we go in here, Frost and Matt Merck are down. Boise State, the remaining 3 members are just trying to get some poke and get out of there, as we see Bagel kind of stuck in this corridor with a Sojourn taking the 1v1. Will he be able to get out? It looks like it, and we see Lyric's teleport online, so they should be able to get out as well. Gone.
Yeah, and this robot is still here with a minute left.
Ooh, got him.
And Lucio takes out the Sojourn. Goblin on the Tracer actually takes out Pride on the Hanzo. And now Goblin is just going to be chasing down this Lucio. Actually, Matt Merrick wants some blood for his own. I don't think it will happen as Wichita State does retreat. However, the Sojourn does have ult. This Reinhardt has ult, and we've seen how crucial these shatters have been.
Ooh, there's the shatter. There it is. It's going to not actually land on the mid people. Matt Merck is going to take out the supports, and now Boise State is spawn camping right outside your doors. This was that coordinated push that you're looking for. Everybody's coordinated, holding spawn doors. It looks like Pride is going to get fire struck in their own spawn. They're not even pushing the robot. They got to send somebody back there.
Oh, Boise State, come on, you're missing the forest for the trees here. Baptiste,
poor guy.
Invulnerability field, so he will survive for now. But now, that means Boise State will actually take this map. Or 28 to, I think it was like 14.
Oh, look at that needle thread pin through the doorway. Very clean. So, it's pretty safe to say, Kiriko, very impactful hero, as Boise State is going to take round 1.
Yeah, Matt Merck, play of the game here, that just beautiful shatter. He had so many good Reinhardt ultimates. He played like an absolute monster this game. I love to see it.
It was funny. We had a mountain lion on the green belt the other day, and it was a joke amongst Boise State Esports that was Matt Merck. Just like, oh, sorry guys, didn't mean to stress anybody out. So that's just like a pretty funny like inside look into the Boise State community. What do you think the big things that Boise State did right?
I think Boise State really played their pushes well. Not necessarily just push on the push map. I mean, like, push in terms of, like, just really hitting the accelerator, going...
Zoom.
Yeah, going 0 to 100 real fast, just being able to take out using their ultimates in conjunction so well to be able to eliminate Wichita State, which actually enabled them to actually push so far so quickly.
And what are you expecting into these next maps?
Well, as we look for the next maps, I just want to see more of the same for Boise State. So I believe that our next map is Lijiang Tower. So Boise State, again, can just play the same strategy of just pushing so far, pushing Wichita State off of the point, and just, you know, racking up those points. I'm
really interested to see how Kiriko is going to play on Lijiang because... So sometimes we see like a Junkrat, especially in that control center on the indoors, and Kiriko Lucio is just not going to be enough healing for that. I'm a little concerned. Nice Collegiate Overwatch, just to reset more about the tournament. This is Overwatch 2, finally, best of 5. All active maps, 5v5, control, escort, push, hybrid, and control not played. We just started with push, going back to control, and then after that will be escort. Doc's keys to the game in Overwatch 2. This is going to help everybody on Boise State pop off. Take fights in unexpected places, don't make positioning mistakes, win 1v1s, and win fights before objectives. And Doc's keys to the game are brought to us by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. So how do Doc's keys to the game in Overwatch 2 differ from Overwatch 1? Excuse me, words are hard.
Well, I think that when 1v1s is more important since it's 5 players instead of 6, definitely. And as you saw in that first game in Boise State, even when Boise State got pushed back by Wichita State, there were some times where one of the Boise State members would get like win the 1v1, and then that would be a team member eliminated for Wichita State. And that staggered respawn or that staggered positioning would allow Boise State to just easily retake as soon as all of them grouped up.
And here we have our lineups down at the bottom. Matt Merck, Gob, Frost, Bagel, and Lyric. Frost is the one that I particularly want to highlight because there are sometimes where we don't see a lot of Frost, but I feel like whenever we do, they are such an impactful player. We saw them mostly on the Sojourn, I believe, and they were doing great things. Like Matt Merck was kind of like inting into the enemy team, pressing W and taking names. But Frost was getting lots of spam damage and lots of eliminations and, importantly, winning the 1v1s.
Yeah, he had so many fantastic snipes on that Sojourn.
Sombra, this is kind of like a trademark Frost character, so I'm really hyped for that. What hero picks are you looking at?
I think this Orisa will be huge too, especially on tight corridors and kind of a cramped space, because that Orisa ultimate can make or break a fight, as well as Orisa just with that damage reduction, that invulnerability, the projectile deflect, just so important.
So, and we do see the Kiriko pivot over to Baptiste now, and Matt Merck is on Orisa instead of Zarya. It looks like they're trying the Zarya out. We kind of see this battle happening in White Room. Hanabe is going to be the one that goes down first to clear. What a pick. That is Zarya down. Both bubbles got to wait for that to recharge, kind of walking in. But before that, they're going to be taking eliminated. Did you see that spear? That is Boise State up 3.
Yeah, and Boise State will get the first take on this site. And Frost just doing what Sombras do best, just being invisible. and then coming up at the most opportune moments and just hacking you. And you hate to see it if you are playing against that. And Clear as well on the Sojourn, just providing so much DPS. And this Orisa just pushing them out, away from the point.
We do see Frost kind of sneaking around. That health pack is hacked, so Wichita State does not have access to that. The fight has kind of spread out. Zarya is like in our backline. Matt Merck is going to be taken down, but so is Hanabe. That is 1-for-1. Main heal for only tank there as we kind of exchanging some shots. Some ultimates are available. We do see the amplification matrix come out as well as over.
Oh!
That dink.
Oh
the
my
headshot was
God.
nice. Triple kill's nicer though.
Clear with the fantastic aim. This absolutely wipes the floor with Wichita State, and this will be approaching 50% to 0 for Boise State.
And as we look here at 53 and climbing, the push is happening in through that initial doorway onto Matt Merck. Matt Merck has to back up, give a little bit of space. Frost in the backline looking for a hack. He's going to have to translocate out of there. This fight, Boise State's given up a lot of space, so the fight actually hasn't. Now it's officially going to start as Matt Merck goes in with the little spear spin there. Lyric's going to get the immortality field, which it saves Matt Merck there, and Clear's going to not be able to. Nobody's going to be able to save Fluffy but Deadly as they go down on that main. Oh, Reaper was trying to TP out. Nope. It looks like Bagel will be the price.
Yeah, and Clear just slides up behind him. Clear with another fantastic snipe. He doesn't miss. None of these Sojourns are missing on the side of Boise State. And now Frost is just invulnerable. Has this hack coming through, has the ultimate. We'll see how well he can use it.
Looks like that EMP set up onto 3 members. Hanabe is immediately going to go down. Fluffy but Deadly's going to go down. The follow-up hack goes out onto Reaper, and I think that is a fight won and 100-0 objective secured.
Yeah, Frost really said apagando las luces. Lights out for Wichita State in this first round of this map.
Frost said, go back to spawn, and behold, they did, except they had only made it a couple meters outside of spawn in the first place. So, pretty short trip.
Yeah, and as we can see this replay, Clear just had so many fantastic snipes. Just
Headshot on my Reaper is my favorite.
Yeah, just providing so much damage. Man, Sojourn, what a character.
Just right onto that Reaper. Very nice. The triple kill was also very nice. So, it doesn't... The ball swap. What do you think of the ball swap?
I think Wrecking Ball, it can be a very strong tank. That ground denial with the mines on a point like this. Just if you can get that ultimate off in the center, if you're trying to hold, it is so strong. And also just the absolute slam that you can do with Wrecking Ball can also be very powerful.
So it looks like Damply is going to be taken very weak as well as Pride, but they will be able to get healed up. Control point unlocks in 1 second there. Damply's going to get taken out by Matt Merck in that room. Boise State has so much space, but Matt Merck can't go back to that hacked health pack.
Yeah. Now this Wrecking Ball is just hiding, waiting to be a nuisance. Baptiste maybe spots him out. Yeah, spots him out. This hamster has to run away.
Bagel for Wish. Yeah, I mean, it's tripped. Damply's going to go down as well. That Lucio's getting bullied by Ball, and we see Matt Merck trying to bully the Orisa as well. She'll be slightly harder to bully, though, stunning him in that corner, and Matt Merck doesn't make it out of that one.
Yeah, just 2 beef balls fighting each other, but unfortunately, Orisa had the backup. Clear actually does get hit by that javelin, but will get healed back up immediately. 30% on this site here for Boise State, but Wichita State is attempting a retake.
So we see the fight starting as the javelin and the spear go in there. We see Clear staying off point, just spamming damage, and ooh, Frost is going to be the one that finally gets that kill there. Sojourn is the only one on point. Immortality Field is going to keep him up actually for a little bit. Clear's going to kind of send that in there. Peeking the amplification matrix though. Scary. Bagel's going to go down, but so is Hanabe, and this is Boise State still in fight as EMP is going to be committed. Clear's peeking, playing right around the rosy for their life.
Yeah, and Clear just keeps on sniping on this Sojourn. Somebody ban this character away from Clear if you can do that.
Saves Bagel. Did you see how weak they got? And then they were finally able to get the elimination onto Pride.
Yeah. Now the Sojourn has ultimate. 3 ultimates, almost 4 on the side of Boise State. They are not sweating in the slightest here, as Wichita State has 0.
So it looks like they don't see it. There's a massive Frost EMP onto 4 members, and the eliminations are coming not soon after. That fight's over pretty quick.
That was disgusting.
This is why we love to see Frost. EMPs like that.
Yeah. Just immediately wipes out 40% of their HP, removes their shields, hacks them. You hate to see it. And Clear again, just snipes another, and maybe we'll take out this D.Va. We'll have to see the projectile field, and now this D.Va is Baby D.Va, and now it is a dead D.Va.
Not even there anymore. 99-0 going down. That is control point, gonna go over to Boise State. So in this best of 5, Boise State's currently up 2.
Yeah, and very quick game for this map too. Seems like it was very quick, very clean. I don't even think Wichita State got any percentages on either rounds.
Oh, this is the clear play of the game. We all know what this is. Gets the Zarya first. Reaper's my favorite. And then snipes that Genji before he can even get out. Unable to find the Lucio, but Bagel's going to go ahead and punch him from above there. Very nice Sojourn play here tonight by Clear.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go ask Clear after this game what his DPI and sends are. So and then when I fail, I'm going to cry myself to sleep knowing that that is not the reason that I cannot climb. But, man, Clear. Just phenomenal gameplay.
All right, so this seems like a natural point to like transition a little bit into the player of the game discussion, which I feel like Clear's got to be a part of.
Yeah, just so many clutch moments where it's like a flick and then a headshot, or like somebody's about to get away and Clear says, nope, you're dead.
I can see you over there. I can see you from across the map. I can shoot you from across the map. So bringing it back to Wichita State, they're currently down 2. Is there anything they can do to like kind of hit Boise State where it really hurts?
I think they just need to be able to take out these healers, or for goodness sakes, take out Clear. I just get a numerical advantage, but I don't even think numerical advantages have been favoring Wichita State, because it seems like whenever one player from Boise State dies, the rest pick up the slack.
Eliminate Clear, win game, would you say?
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna. And I think our next map is Eichenwald, actually.
Players are all really happy here tonight. That's our Smash team. We hope that they were winning. Love to see the little conga line back behind the camera. Eichenwald. What do you think about this map?
Oh, it's a very beautiful map. It's a very beautiful map. I feel like the part where it's escort is always basically going to get to the part where it's escort, because that first point take is very difficult to hold, and so it might just be more favorable for Boise State to hold it there, unless they decide to start spawn camping again. Who knows? But Wichita State really just needs to get to that card.
Definitely. What are some of the most successful strategies for taking point 1, Eichenwald?
Point 1 in Eichenwald, you just got to go with a very in-your-face composition, so maybe like Roadhog, or again the Reinhardt, maybe even like D.Va, and just get onto that point with that either side with that Sojourn, and just really get you just have to get eliminations. You basically have to get eliminations if you want to get that first point.
Definitely, and a tank that you didn't mention that I'd also like to add to this discussion is actually, whoa, Junker Queen. Wow, looks like Junker Queen Zarya. This is going to be a brawl if I've ever seen one. This is like 2 strong ladies wailing at each other on the front line. It looks like The approach is happening. The fight hasn't quite started yet. Boise State looks like they're going in with clear on that Genji. Going to go ahead and take Pride out. Matt Merck on that high ground on Junker Queen, not holding choke. Dampley's going to go down as well. Boise State up 2, and I think 3 now, and I think that's about the end of that fight.
Yeah, Zarya will fall. This Baptiste will quickly follow. And now Matt Merck on this Junker Queen just wants to shoot people in the face and smack them with her, I think it's a sledgehammer.
No, she's got an axe and a knife.
She's got an axe.
I respectfully simp for her.
Yeah, yeah, Junker Queen, very powerful woman, very powerful character.
So we see Matt Merck getting the elimination onto Wish as the fight starts, just like you predicted, right outside of their spawn doors. Lyric doesn't like that, kind of teleports out, getting some kind of like some throws in there. We see Matt Merck still just holding around that corner, and Wichita State, no eliminations are forthcoming, but Boise State's gonna back out, and I think that's a soft reset right there.
Yep, soft reset. And Clear is almost 100% on this ultimate. He should have this ultimate very soon, and he immediately uses it. And the Junker Queen uses the axe, and Clear actually dies. I think he got 1 kill on Hanbei. However, I don't think we have the camera on the Genji. But again, Wichita State just relegated to their spawn, basically.
We also saw the amplification matrix come out as kind of like the end of that last fight and soft reset into the next fight. Matt Merck backing out. They know they are down a couple. We're still waiting for Bagel to respawn, so there is no taxi forthcoming just yet. Matt Merck getting caught out in the room. Barely. Kitsune's going to come out. Not enough to save them, but is enough to get Frost some interesting power on Sojourn. We're going to see lots of shots fired. Not a lot of eliminations just yet in that, but it looks like the next fight is happening in that room as Bagel is back, and Boise State just kind of needs to back up and try to regroup with Matt Merck.
Yeah. Boise State's going to have to let the Kitsune guide them to the other side of this gate. We have a Symmetra here. And Kiriko, but Matt Merck has this ultimate. We'll see if he can get the bleed, he can get the healing reduction. This Junker Queen ultimate can make or break a fight.
Looks like Clear is teleporting back. We do see, I love to see a good Junker Queen ultimate because it prevents the enemy team from getting healing. Zarya will need to cleanse that as we kind of approach here. We see Boise State on the castle. Matt Merck dropping down. Is this the initiation that we're looking for? There's not a whole lot of follow-up for it yet. Matt Merck is cornered in a room. They got to be able to get out of there fast. It looks like they've got the support and going in with the ultimate. We see that purple come out. We see the bubble come out in response. Looks like Matt Merck's going to go down, but not before taking out Dampley.
Yeah, that Lucio getting taken out will put a damper on this push, and now the Zarya has to run away as the bubble, but will fall. And now Boise State is basically retaken to the point, but the cart already got taken out, so they're just camping the spawn once more.
Spicy 0.1 defense, right? Because their spawn is right there, but it's still 0.1. We do see Pride getting hacked, and it looks like Frost is on that Sombra again. We're expecting a fatty EMP here, as Lyric is just going to kind of wall climb up there, looking for some spam, looking for some poke. The fight is beginning. We see Amplification Matrix committed. We see Sound Barrier. We see Sojourn. Oh, look at Clear. Go ahead and pop off. I would have loved to have seen that first-person POV, but I love to see it even more in the kill feed.
Yeah, something I'm a little confused about. I think Wichita State had 4 ultimates ready there, basically, in that fight. Only used 2 of them. And so maybe as the Genji ult comes through here, but Junker King with the battle cry and Wish just gets taken out, isn't able to be the samurai he wants to be.
That really puts a damper on your samurai things. We're going to see Frost be forced to TP out. Boise State is effectively kind of down 1. Now down 2 as Matt Merck is going to go down, but not before taking down Sojourn with them. Boise State still holding strong in spawn as we see Frost kind of return to the fight. No, it looks like they're soft resetting.
Yeah, when you have a team...
hard resetting.
Yeah, when you're playing against a team that has Lucio and Sombra, you better hope that you kill them in the first volley, because otherwise they're just going to run away. They're so fast. And Sojourn might get chased down. Actually, but Matt Merck on this Roadhog, he's just from above. You don't expect the hog from above. And now this Immortality Field will provide very little utility as this Samurai isn't able to dodge the headshot from behind.
So it looks like that hook is going to miss, but Dampley goes down all the same, and Boise State is back on the spawn camping And it looks like this is the beginning of the fight. This fight is being taken directly outside of their spawn doors. We're going to see the hook miss. Matt Merck kind of looking back for the rest of their team. They're like, come on, guys. We can push this. We can push this.
They're just standing there taking the Zarya laser like, guys.
What, guys? There's the beginning of the fight. There it is. We see the ultimate come out. We see Clear get headshot after headshot with that overclock. Very nice. There's the first-person POV of Clear wrecking the enemy team. Has to back up around a corner there to get healed again. Man, that Zarya is high charge. Someone's got to take her down.
Yeah, this Zarya is just firing her laser. Will anybody be able to stop her? Question is, maybe. But TW almost has this ultimate available. Actually does have it available now. We'll see how it is used alongside this Lucio sound barrier.
So Boise State kind of setting up on the high ground, waiting to drop. We're all waiting for Matt Merck's call on that Roadhog, trying to get in on that. There it is. Boy, Bagel's the first one in on Pride. Matt Merck comes in second. Not able to keep him up, but Matt Merck does get the elimination. So trade for trade. Bro, what do you guys want to shoot Tank? Because Tank is big. And then we see Boise State's actually going to lose that fight.
Yeah, Matt Merck there, he used the ultimate. He wanted to go whole hog, but I feel like he kind of went half hog there. He wasn't quarter hog. He didn't have any quarter hog. He didn't have any supports to help him. Big dog can't handle the smoke, Goblin says.
I love the sense of community in Boise State. We see that hack come out as the fight begins. That Lucio's real weak there too, but not able to get the beat out. That's really big. 6 seconds. Boise State winning this fight would take them win the best of 5 as that Zarya bubble's gonna come out. Clear's getting pressured by Zarya, but just gonna cha-cha slide right out of there and continue just to shoot right onto that point, take out Hanabe, and Bagel's gonna take out TW.
Yeah, this should be the Lucio falling. Overtime will end, and now Boise State, all they have to do is get 112.05 with 1 point, and they will win this best of 5. No way.
So about how many fights? Actually, we're going straight into replay here first. We do see Clear putting a lot into there. We see the EMP come down. The Kitsune's guiding everybody right into that Zarya, and they are gone as a result. Man, these Clear replays are just fantastic. Mwah.
Yeah. Whenever you see Clear on Sojourn, it's never a wasted opportunity to spectate. It just always fantastic. Always getting those headshots. Always providing maximal DPS.
Do you want to talk about Boise State's approach, first point?
Boise State's approach, first point, like I said, just go something that can go ham. Yeah, maybe you go at the Hog, or maybe this Doomfist on Matt Merck. We'll see if he continues to stick with this. But
what do you think the Doomfist adds? Or the Genji?
So the Doomfist, I don't want to say too much. I've heard about he's a little weaker than he was in Overwatch 1 currently right now, as he got moved into the tank position. However, this Genji, if Frost can get resets on his dash, on his slice and dice, Wichita State will be sweating, and maybe Clear will set up those opportunities.
Clear is the far and away eliminations. Frost is the in-your-face eliminations. And with Lyric there on Kiriko and Bagel there to speed everybody in, that's a lot of damage on Boise State.
Yeah, Lyric is hoping the Kitsune will guide Wichita State into the underworld as the Sombra immediately just keeps away.
Sombra got detected and found out immediately. There was no scouting to be had there. It looks like this is not quite the beginning of the fight. Bagel's in the... No, actually this is. They were faster than I expected. Bagel's going to go down. That is Boise State down 1, and it looks like Frost is going to be taken down as well. That is Boise State with 3 members remaining. Probably need to get out.
Yeah, sorry. Everyone just dies, but Clear is the only one standing here, but he will, he will clearly,
Nope, not quite.
He will clearly fall, no pun intended. But now Boise State will just wait for their MVP. I'm going to say it now, Clear on this being the MVP. And the Sojourn is here, and now at this Lucio speed up, they should be able to try again to retake this point.
Matt Merck is already in, getting set up for the fight there. It looks like no eliminations have come out. Ooh, Lyric's going to lose the battle of the Kirikos. That's a damper on Boise State's plan. Teleporter is going to be taken out. TW, that is tank for heal, and it looks like that hack is going to come out on the Bagel, and they are down, but heal for GPS. Boise State's a little uncomfy, working with what they got on the point, trying to get some eliminations here. Frost is going to hack that health pack via kind of de facto replacement support here. Skirting around the point, skirt, invisibility.
Yeah, the Sombra just doing Sombra things, being a menace, as Damply is way too far up. And now this Doomfist will come up, face this Zarya. I don't actually know if Matt Merck wants to face tank that. However, Matt Merck does have his ultimate now. Zarya will get hacked as a lot of utility is being used by Boise State, and maybe they will actually get the point take now.
They finally, that Kiriko, oh, she lived, wall climbed out, very sad. So the point, this is kind of an extended fight, right? This is getting a little scrappy on Wichita State's part as they just kind of trickle into point one. We see both of those supports come out, and unfortunately, they're gonna get taken out, just walking right into all 5 members of the Broncos. Seems like there's nothing Wichita State can do.
Yeah, Dampley solo ulted there on the Lucio, a little confusing. I would have saved it for fight later on because I feel like you're not gonna win that 1v5. However,
Sneaky sneak.
In terms of ultimates, Boise State has 4, so they are feeling pretty good about getting this point, at least up to this overhang here and maybe to the bridge.
So Boise State has taken the high ground, very important for them positionally. It looks like Matt Merck's trying to go in on everybody right as Frost is looking for the EMP of all EMPs, waiting for them all to come out. Is the opportunity going to happen here? Doesn't look like quite yet as they drop to low ground. I can't tell when this fight's going to start. We see Frost get detected and come out of the cloak, but it looks like Boise State's losing this fight, down 2, and I think that's the end. I think it's time to get out.
Yeah, clear on the Sojourn. Got spotted out, and with that big DPS threat out, Boise State really wasn't too eager to take a fight. Also, Frost isn't able to really find a good ultimate opportunity.
Oh! Gets a massive EMP onto 4 members, but there is no follow-up, and Frost is going to get taken out themselves. We see overclock happen, and Boise State really committing a lot. Jump, pop them right over the payload. It looks like that is also going to come out, the EMP, the counter EMP, only onto 2 members, though, so Frost was still fatter as we're still in this fight here. Clear on main payload. Shooting into that Zarya bubble. She's got to be high charge at this point, but that's not going to matter if they're able to take her out.
Yeah, clear. Again, just proving that he is so disgusting on this Sojourn. This Zarya is just trying to hide in the corner. Will get spotted out. Matt Merck on the Doomfist will just engage in a fist fight. 2 very bulky individuals, but the Doomfist had the numbers advantage, so it really wasn't a fair fight, which talks keys of the games. You never want to take a fair fight.
I love Kiriko's ability to just say, peace, I'm out, and TP across the map through walls. Just like, gone. But unfortunately, there is just a somber recontest as we get into this final fight. Clear's staying back, firing onto cart, pushing it. It looks like that Genji's not going to be able to do a whole lot. Zarya's going to be able to do even less, and immediately after that, Hanabe is going to be taken out, and I think that is the Boise State victory.
Yeah, 3-0. It was a little bit of a struggle there at the very start, but maybe it was Boise State just having a little bit of fun, who knows. However, clear. Play of the game, and I feel like player of the game here on this Sojourn. Just, again, I'm going to say it so many times, I'm going to sound like a broken record. So many great headshots. Just look at this. Look at this play. Clear. Just fantastic.
I'm going to agree with you there. I think Clear is, as we see this Boise State winning victory skin, I think as we get into the player of the game discussion, at least for me, I think Clear is the beginning and the end of that discussion.
Yeah, maybe give a little bit of brownie points to Matt Merck for playing like an absolute monster in the first game with the hide-and-seek Reinhardt. However, overall in the series, I think far and away it's Clear.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about the hide and shatter Reinhardt around that corner. Shatter. So it does look like right now we're kind of seeing some Goblin highlights on that Echo. They weren't in. Oh no, this is Clear right now.
Yeah, you can actually see Matt Merck hiding. However, quickly we're gonna see Clear. Oh, I don't think Clear was actually in this match. I think he got subbed in. As
we transition into Frost on the Sojourn, which was one of the biggest things that we wanted to highlight. Frost on Sojourn, new hero, love to see it. Definitely got lots of eliminations. It feels like Sojourn was passed from player to player, but did work consistently on every single person that they were in the hands of.
Yeah, Sojourn for Boise State, whether it was Frost, whether it was Clear, it was just such a threat. I felt intimidated just watching them play. I felt like I felt like the laser beam was going to come through and hit me in the head.
You're like behind the screen, cowering, like, I don't want a piece of that. And it looks like, I mean, for player of the game, we got a little bit of a sneaky preview there. We kinda, are you going to stick with? I'm going to stick with Clear.
Yeah, I think we saw it was clear. I think it's
Matrix come out as
clear.
well as
We're just getting teased, and we actually do. Yeah, we see this fantastic play that you were loving.
Oh my gosh, that onto the Reaper. I was like,
almost 4
that's
on the
my
side
favorite
of
play of the
Boise State.
night.
They are not sweating
Favorite
in
player of the night
slightest here.
goes to
As
Clear,
Wichita State
and the
has
ICCU
0.
player of the game makes the Boise State team more successful, just like Idaho Central is helping members achieve financial success. Clear is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game and really put in work consistently through all 3 maps. We see this Kitsune, we see that Zarya cannot run away. The fire rate on that gun is just way too high with that Kitsune. Fantastic utility by Kiriko, and just look at all those hit shots.
Yeah. Clear just... I'm so speechless because, like, whenever I see that, I get jealous. I get envy. It makes me want to queue up a game of Overwatch, play Thor, and then immediately just get killed because I'm not nearly as good as these guys.
You want to go home in duo? Yeah. And so we do have top 5. I know what play I want to see. Is there anything that you want to see?
I want to see that play that I think was teased in the player of the game where just Boise State immediately in Legion Tower on that second round just used all their ultimates together and just immediately vaporized Wichita State. I think that was a really good play. Then I want to see 4 clear plays.
4 out of the 5 clear plays. I mean, we'll see here in a second. But first, top 5 plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. From all of us here at Boise State, thanks for watching our Overwatch stream, and be sure to stick around because we got Smash after this, and obviously it's a great time. We're getting pretty loud in Arena here.
tell me what you say. Turn the lights off. Turn the light, tell me what you say. Turn the light, tell me what you say. Turn the light, tell me what you say. Tell me what you say. Tell me what you say. Tell me what you said. Tell me what you said. Tell me what you said. Turn the light, tell me what you say. Yeah, some people like me are just destined to fuck up everything.
Hello and welcome back into the Boise State Esports Arena. We are wrapping up tonight's stream with some Smash, and today's Star League Smash to be specific. This is Boise State going against Christian University. It is a best of 3. Boise State's trying to keep their 4-and-run record. They're trying to go 5-1, trying to keep things going week 6. We are super excited, and there are a lot of expectations riding on some of these players, especially Diggle in particular. I am your host, Colby D'Angelo Alloway, and joining me to call all of the action, as he has been doing wonderfully all night, is Noah Guadara. Now, I alluded to it a little bit, like Diggle's got a lot of expectations, but tell me more about what he's got to live up to.
So Diggle, when Smash Bros was Smash for Wii U, Diggle was top 3 in Idaho for Smash and Wii U. And obviously, some of that is carried over because, as we saw last week, Diggle actually 24 stalked their opponent in the best of 3, so 12-12 on this Captain Falcon. So I will be expecting basically the same performance, even if it is a harder opponent. The rest of the Smash team as well is good. Leia Dog is currently top 15 in Idaho for Smash Ultimate. So, I mean, all of these players in this crew battle are phenomenal.
I mean, but Diggle was the only one that got to play last time, so we'll see if he can do that again. Collegiate Smash Bros. 4-player crew battle, best of 3, and there is a 10-minute time limit. Did you want to talk more about Diggle's history with Smash?
So, basically, Diggle coming in from Wii U, so obviously he's played quite a bit. And coming into Smash Ultimate, he has really excelled and propelled this Smash Bros. Team for Boise State into the top ranks, at least in Idaho and probably across the country, alongside the other players of Boise State.
I mean, I would say we're doing pretty well against some of these kind of teams across the country if last week was anything to go by. So very high expectations, not to like put too much pressure, but we're looking at the pink Captain Falcon. Doc's keys to the game in Super Smash Bros. Punish openings. Look for the 2-frame, win in neutral, and don't forget to taunt. Very important. Brought to you by, and Doc's keys to the game are brought to you by Drop In Gaming. Drop In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com.
Yeah, Doc's keys, punish openings. That was such a huge factor for Diggle to actually get that 24 stock. Because anytime anyone tried to approach that Captain Falcon, they were quickly approaching the People's Knee, or the Knee of Justice, or whatever it was called. They were either getting smacked to the face somewhere, and it really hurt to see because the percentages were quickly rising for the other team, and then for Diggle, they were just kind of staying low.
So can you tell us a little bit about where like Captain Falcon stands in like being a heavy character, having some units, or being a light character?
So he has some decent recovery if he gets knocked off the ledge, but what he really excels at is that he can knock you off the ledge if you are in the middle of the platform, or knock
It's
you
hard.
off the stage, and there's nothing you can do about it. So really, you just have to outplay the Captain Falcon, which will be a tall task if Diggle is commanding it.
So it looks like we do have, what is that, Young Link, I believe, coming in first. Ooh, just kind of getting bodied by Captain Falcon right now, 11-28.
Yeah, so Diggle on this Captain Falcon for Boise State already getting some nice damage. And again, you do not want to approach this Captain Falcon. Will get some of it will get shielded, but Young Link isn't getting much done.
There's that People's Kneecap there, 19 down to 83. Both sides 3 stocks. We're kind of seeing Captain Falcon run around, ooh, chasing down. That is the shoulder, then the foot, and at this point, Young Link has to try to recover. There is no recovering from that. Down stock, 19-0 reset.
Yeah, there is no recovering from the menacing Captain Falcon. This Link needs to get some more damage down if he wants to threaten to take a stock off of Boise State currently.
I really love the branding of the pink Captain Falcon. Like, you know, it's specifically like, it's Diggle Plant, right? I mean, I assume it's Diggle Plant. I can't see right now. And it looks like 40-69 kind of going down. It looks like Diggle's actually kind of on the back foot a little bit here, 57-76. Definitely getting some good percentage in. Young Link is here. Captain Falcon's going to take that out, though, and send him off the edge. Will Young Link be able to recover? They're back on the middle of the stage, so I would say so.
Yeah, both of these players just playing the shield game, playing a little safer, a little slower. This Link trying to get the boomerang, but no!
People's Knee.
The People's Knee is serving up justice.
73-0. Now Young Link has a single stock back to the wall. And actually not that big of a lead against Captain Falcon in percentage here.
Yeah, this Captain Falcon can play very greedily with this percentage here because the percentages do reset if he gets all 3 stocks here and goes into the next character for the crew battle. This Captain Falcon, 111%, but this Young Link will not have very much power compared to Captain Falcon.
So it looks like as he's kind of getting... Ooh, speaking of power, just send him straight to the skybox and then do it again over to the right. Young Link back in that recovery position. Now he's just kind of fighting to stay on the stage. 127.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's too much to stay on. And it looks like that is 3 stocks. Captain Falcon didn't even drop 1.
Boise State already off to a great start. And if we're continuing the previous record for Diggle here, that is now, what, 27 stocks in a row? And he hasn't been eliminated? Just quite the impressive performance, I will say.
Let's try to like keep it on tonight, right? So we're 3-0 right now. And Diggle's like racking them up. Let's see if he gets kind of like taken out. What do you think was
I'm
the
getting
biggest...
ahead of myself.
No, not quite. We love to hype up the Boise State players, but we also want to keep it like, new game, new match, new night. So what do you think went the most right? Because obviously a lot did for Captain Falcon there.
Well, Captain Falcon was able to pretty much approach the Young Link without punishment for basically the entire match, except for taking just like a few bad trades. But he was always able to reset, and he was always able to just quickly approach the Link again and just deliver so much punishment, so much damage.
I want to say, I want to add to that Captain Falcon, I think, was planning much further and ahead than Young Link was. Young Link was kind of like reacting to the things that Captain Falcon was doing, and Captain Falcon was like out there making plays, responding differently depending on the position that Young Link was in, and getting lots of those big hits that Young Link just doesn't have the launching power to do.
Yeah, definitely just seemed like Diggle was maneuvering his Captain Falcon better. He kind of seemed to know it better, and maybe the next character for the opponents of Boise State will be able to find some sort of counter to Diggle. But for now, Boise State with 3 stocks to 0.
Are there any characters that you want to highlight that might be able to counter Captain Falcon?
Maybe Sephiroth?
Maybe Sephiroth?
Maybe Sephiroth?
Why do you think?
Well, we were talking about this last week, me and Audrey, that he is a very handsome man, but he also has lots of harass, lots of poke, and he's able to kind of like keep the Captain Falcon at arm's length if played correctly.
At more than arm's length. I mean, that sword, right?
Yeah.
Keeps him at a pretty far distance there, one of the more like ranged sword lords here. And Captain Falcon's reach is actually not quite as great, though Captain Falcon does have the movement ability to kind of get in there with an ability and then get out.
Yeah, so really, it's going to just boil down to pressing your shield button very well and praying that you have the correct timing to be able to punish this Captain Falcon if he isn't able to actually find an opening on you.
Thank you so much for bringing up shield, because that brings back something else about this match that I think worked really, really well for Boise State and enabled us to go 3 with dropping nothing so far. I think Captain Falcon, we saw a lot more of the shield usage. We didn't see hardly any shield usage coming out from Toonlink as we look into replays. Like, we saw it there, but we saw more with Captain Falcon.
Yeah. And this Captain Falcon really didn't even like provide Young Link an opportunity to use the shield because he was just always up in the air. Look, there's no ground time here.
And then just grabs him, immediately sends him off the edge of the stage. So it looks like we are getting into next round. No, not quite. I am a little bit ahead of myself there. At the end of that replay, what's your biggest takeaway?
Biggest takeaway, if you're Boise State, just keep on doing the same thing. You took 3 stocks to 0. Obviously, you're doing something right.
What do you think of this pick?
I'm not too familiar with this character. However, it looks like we already have just a stock being taken for free here.
So it looks like Captain Falcon now 0 to 28, and also just already up a stock straight up here as they kind of get fire sorted in the whirlwind there, sending them up into the air. They are able to recover and touch the ground, but Captain Falcon says no and sends them to the left of the stage, 1973.
Yeah, just
that's 2
another
down.
stock taken off. This game has barely started. We've only had 40 seconds happen. And it seems like, I believe this is Pyramithra, not able to find very much so far.
It looks like, as we kind of like run around the middle of the stage, 39 to 47, actually 58 to 47, finally has a percentage advantage here going in, but is down 2 stocks. It really needs to do something clever, and we haven't seen a lot of shielding coming out.
Yeah, and now, with the percentages pretty much equal, Boise State's opponent is not able to find very much here, just kind of spamming the B button.
Oh,
and the
people's kneecap to the face!
And Boise State spammed the knee button. That's what he
now,
loved to see.
We are 6 stock to nothing. That is Captain Falcon, pink Captain Falcon, just in it to win it. Now, there wasn't a lot to work with there. What do you think worked well?
For Boise State, I think what really worked well was getting that knee straight into the face.
So the final one?
Well, I mean, there were more knees in there. However, again, it was just seemed like Boise State's opponent didn't really have any sort of answer other than kind of just like spamming their side B, hoping to hit something, throwing out that sword. But Captain Falcon was not buying it, just waited it out on the elevation difference, and then just planned his attack.
And when you do have a big, powerful ability like that takes so much time to, like, it's very predictable, very, like, you can immediately look at it and you can see the sword wheel just kind of go. And then for a little bit, you are vulnerable immediately after that. And Captain Falcon really, like, went right in there and punished.
Yeah, definitely. Captain Falcon was relentless. Diggle was relentless. So 6-0 right now in stocks. Maybe he will continue his rampage. Maybe this next character will be his downfall. However, it's currently looking very good for him.
And the other thing that I think Captain Falcon did that his opponent did not do as much of was, like, Captain Falcon didn't do a whole lot of, like, waiting for the enemy to come to him, right? Captain Falcon was in there, in your face, didn't just, like, stand still and wait for the enemy to approach you. Because when you do that, you're offering them, like, the first hit, right? And with hits as hard as Captain Falcon, sometimes you can't afford to take too many of those.
Yeah, and we
Corn.
actually have Corn being played here.
Corn.
Corn?
No, it's Corn. I'm just memeing.
Okay, I thought it was going crazy. Wow. This is another Fire Emblem character, but Captain Falcon getting a nice load of damage here. We'll be able to recover, though.
It looks like, I think Corn is playing a little bit slower than Captain Falcon right now. We see them just kind of get kneecapped to the face, 0 to 80%. Captain Falcon goes off map and then immediately back up there, sending Corn. Corn's recovery is just barely not enough. We are down 1 stock before he's even taken any percent damage.
Yeah, certainly not what you want to see from MacU if you want to be able to defeat this Captain Falcon. However, the moral victory has been achieved. 13% on this Captain Falcon, but this Captain Falcon might just be relentless. No, goes back to the middle of the platform, plays it safer. But it's just playing. Oh my god.
He straight up footed him into the pit there. And then as we kind of see 13-0 again, up to stock already and only 13% in. There is no advantage to be had here for Corn.
And this Captain Falcon is firing punches like he's a JoJo character. And he already has a percentage advantage. And this Corn just respawns 75% to 42%. Things are getting desperate for this third character for MacU.
They definitely kind of get launched there, now back on the platform. Going to be sent down to the far right. Barely going to get Captain Falcon out 7-8 to 117. Captain Falcon's actually taking some damage finally there, throwing some punches. You kind of see the dragon come out, a little bit like a stand there to call back JoJo. It looks like we're kind of seeing a little bit of a brawl. Captain Falcon kind of caught off guard, but not off guard enough, as they're just going to straight take Corrin out of the game.
Times the shield well, and he just gets the punch. That's all he needed.
So, 9 stock without losing any.
Am I allowed to get excited yet?
Oh, definitely. We're super hyped. I want to, like, raise the volume. I want to get excited. I want to start getting some, we're like mezzo forte right now, right? I want to start getting into the forte, fortissimo areas because 9 stock without losing any. Is there anything that you think MacU can do to stop this freight train?
No.
No, that was such a quick answer. Why not?
I don't know. Diggle is just playing like he is on autopilot. He just like times his shield so well. He is able to always just find damage for, it seems like, for free against MacU. And he's just able to either play alongside the ledges or in the middle of the platform. It doesn't certainly not what you want to see from MacU.
And we do have some replays here. Love it. We see Corrin kind of trying to do some movement there, like back and forth, but they're going to get caught out by Captain Falcon, get that kneecap. Ooh, and that was when he almost sent him into the pit. And then here in a second, I think we do have it where he just straight gets footed into the pit. Ooh, no mercy to be had.
No regard for human life here. Boise State Esports Arena just absolutely stomping MacU so far. Not a single stock dropped for Diggle.
Get those Sword Lords out of here, says Captain Falcon. So we've talked a little bit about Sephiroth. Do you think there's any other characters that you think could, like, maybe stand in front of Captain Falcon?
Stand in front of Captain Falcon? I'm not so sure. We've already seen heavy characters, maybe heavier characters than Captain Falcon being played. We had Bowser last week. That Bowser was not successful, not at all. Damaging Diggle. So maybe Bowser or King DDD or something piloted in a player that could maybe match Diggle would be able to. However, at this point, I think you just stay away from Captain Falcon, play something that can play from range, the Sephiroth, maybe Fox or something. Maybe one of the Star Fox characters.
Somebody
has a gun. Somebody has a gun. Somebody has a gun. If swords aren't working, use a gun.
If Swords. Bring a gun to the sword fight, guys. I mean, here it is.
To the fist fight.
To the fist fight. You're right. Captain Falcon's out here using his thighs and kneecaps and feet and punching people up. So, what do you think about the mirror matchup? Captain Falcon versus Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon versus Captain Falcon. That would be very exciting, high octane. I don't think we're gonna. Okay. I eat my words. I said I don't think we're gonna see it. We have a pink Captain Falcon versus a golden Captain Falcon. We'll see which color reigns supreme.
We're rooting for the pink. I mean, just to be clear here.
I don't know. I think the golden Captain Falcon looks better.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay. Okay, I'll pretend I didn't say that, so my co-caster does not kill me. However, it looks like Matt Hughes' Captain Falcon is already taking the worst of these trades. Just a down B.
Just from the platform, just hitting it many times. He tries to come up, finally gets that little chest bump there, getting some space. 92 to 69, there's a 30% difference.
Oh my god.
Now there's a lot more than a 30% difference as Matt Hughes going to get reset to 0% and down to stock.
Yeah, absolutely. Boise State's Captain Falcon is just playing the game of Falcons better, as Matt Hughes' Captain Falcon is on the defensive, which is not what you want to do as a Captain Falcon. You want to be punching and kicking people.
So I also got to say, those 2 stock are the final 2 stock that Matt Hughes has for this match 1 in best of 3. And we see that recovery there come out. We kind of see some little flips and some fancy schmancy stuff as we go off on the right side of the...
Oh my
there
god!
It is, the foot to the pit. Love it. Now we are on the final Matt Hughes stock, and Captain Falcon still hasn't dropped anything yet. Or pink Captain Falcon.
Yeah, he's able to recover on this ledge, and Matt Hughes' opening is not working. The kicks, the punches, nothing, just gets dodged. You don't even need a shield or Diggle. And now Matt Hughes, it may be 19%, sorry, 30% to 92.
Just takes himself out. The recovery is not enough to get there. That final stock, Matt Hughes feels like almost a little bit of a self-destruct there, as that is perfect. That is a perfect 12 stock game for Diggle right now. And do you have any thoughts before we go to break and get into our second match in the best of 3?
I really hope Matt Hughes can take a stock in the second match, or in the second round, because this is a best of 3, so Matt Hughes can come back. But first, they got to get through Diggle. They got to get through Diggle. They got to get through the raid boss.
Diggle feels like a raid boss, and with that, we're going to go straight to break, but stick around because we have the rest of our best of 3 after this.
Protecting your customer journey from fraud is critical. According to industry analysts, Count's AI-driven platform is the leading solution. From account login to digital payments, Count is recognized for both its customer impact and technology excellence. Learn more at count.com.
Growing up in Idaho, we have certain rules we live by. First rule, Camouflage never goes out of style. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome back into the Boise State Esports Arena. We're feeling real good about NA's Star League Week 6. Just to brag about Diggle some more, they've currently gotten 12-0. Not a single stock taken from them, but all 12 taken from MacU. And it looks like they're trying to do that same thing in our second match of the best of 3. But this isn't over yet. MacU definitely still has an opportunity to come back. I'm still your host, Colby D'Angelo Alloway, and joining me for everything is still Noah Guadara.
Yeah, we've been through a lot of games today. Lots of games, and they've all been very exciting. And now I just want to see some sort of clash. However, I would be equally as excited just to see another 12-0 here for Diggle.
Oh, yeah.
But I really want to see MacU put up some sort of defense, some sort of fight. Because that would, it's always about the story. Because we already get into the game. And it's Captain Falcon versus Captain Falcon.
The knee! The repeated bop, 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 bop. 23 to now 69. 3 stocks to 3 stocks. This is a new game in our best of 3. MacU has the opportunity to come back, but it looks like Gold Captain Falcon is really struggling in the Battle of the Birds of Prey.
Yeah, all that glitters is not gold here for MacU, and this Captain Falcon is certainly not glittering. He's shining, and by shining, I mean he is like on fire, because the other Captain Falcon is igniting.
What glitters is pink right now is that first Captain Falcon stock is going to go down 44 to 0. MacU down 1. The streak continues. 13 stock up.
Yeah, 13 stocks. I'm getting excited. And MacU is getting some nice damage on Boise State, on Diggle. This pink Captain Falcon. Battle of the Falcons. Who will be Predator? Who will be Prey? That is the question. And MacU actually gets the shoulder there.
All the glitters is pink as BSU is going to kind of get that shoulder in there. And then the punch, that is 2 stock down, taking us to 14 now without losing a single one. 87 to 3.
Yeah, but now as this percentage gets higher, maybe MacU is able to take a stock off of Diggle on Boise State. Because, again, Captain Falcon is a very strong character, regardless of which side you're playing him on.
It looks like as we see the kick, but then the shield, and then the Falcon kick. Oh my gosh, is this going to be the end?
Wait, is that the
No,
bait?
not quite. Jabaited. 110 to 67. Diggle still not dropping a life, getting the punch kick in there. Ooh, gonna go for the ankles. There is no recovery to be had. We are now 15-0 for Diggle right now. All the glitters is
Pink.
pink.
Pink. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, that is true. All the glitters is pink. I'm 100% on your side. I'm sorry for ever doubting the pink Captain Falcon. I guess it is the superior color. But I think Diggle right now is just being the superior player. The player that Boise State needs. And definitely deserves.
For sure. So we're really excited about here at Boise State, but to bring it back, MacU does still have a shot in this. They're not out of this just yet. This is only Boise State has only won round 1. What's it going to take for MacU to come back round 2, already down 3?
Mental reset. This is going to come down to mental reset. Yeah, all that we see some replays here, actually, the Battle of the Falcons. We'll probably see some sort of beautiful KO here. Yep.
Was flying across the arena, then the recovery, and then I think this is the hit counter hit. Yeah, there it is.
Oh my God, this is too good.
Gorgeous. Because in a mirror matchup, it all comes down to individual mechanical skill, right? Like who can use the abilities better, who can avoid hits. And while I respect the Captain Falcon pick, I respect trying to beat somebody at their own game. We're 15-0 here. I don't know if you're going to be able to out-mechanical skill Diggle on the pink Falcon.
Yeah, so really what MacU needs to do is they need to bring in a second player. And by second player, I mean 2v1 actually on the game. And maybe they will stand a chance then. I'm sorry, but just the way the current trajectory, with the way things are going, Diggle's looking unstoppable. I don't know what to say. There's not really much analysis that can be done here if it's just a gap in every manner, in every direction.
Noah, it's not legal to have 2 people against the 1. This is a crew battle. So I would like to see kind of some more unique picks. I think there's a lot that you could do with perhaps like Minecraft Steve, just because of the really unique way that they play with the building of the platforms, and you can just cart somebody off the map and keep them locked in frames, though you do run the very intense risk if you're playing Steve of you're really light. So a
Really
single well-placed Falcon kick can send you flying. But at this point, I think it's time to adjust the strategy for Mac.
Adjust the strategy, or go on to comfort picks. I don't know what Mac-U's comfort picks would be. Perhaps they'd just be the characters that they played in the previous round, like that Captain Falcon that was played again. But you just need to do something that you're comfortable with. I don't think you want to go too far out in the realm of experimentation and strategization, just because it's not going to work out for you. Diggle has probably seen it all. He's a veteran, and he will see, and he will raise, and he will counter.
To Mac-U's benefit, though, they've seen a lot of Diggle at this point, right? So if there's any time to start building counter strategies, it's now. You've watched like 15 rounds of this guy. I mean, and some of you have even gotten close to eliminating him. So I think we'll expect to see maybe a stock lost in this matchup or the next one.
Ganondorf, I like to see it.
The nose of power.
The nose of power versus the people's knee. Which anatomical body part will succeed? That is the question. So far, it seems like Ganondorf is getting the better trades.
Looks like 23 to 48. Now 33 to 48. Currently, Captain Falcon is taking more damage. You kind of see a little bit of some pokes in there. Captain Falcon knows they can't get hit by Ganondorf because that's just going to hurt too bad as Mac-U kind of gets back, reorients himself into the middle. 91 to 48. Taking a lot of damage. Just getting
beautiful duck.
goodbye.
Okay, so that's a stock off of Mac-U in Boise State. I feel like this Captain Falcon is very happy with that. And this Ganondorf is just taking a beating with no recourse.
But it looks there is
my
no
God.
recovery that gets them back up there. 1 stock to 48%. I will say one well-placed Ganondorf hit is going to take Captain Falcon out here, though. And it looks like 20. And as we climb back up in the percentages, Ganondorf needs to stay in the middle of this platform, and they're doing exactly that. They're located directly middle. Not able to... Almost. There it is. There's the 1 stock loss. Mac-U says, I hit harder.
Yeah, I was about to say Ganondorf's a little too telegraphed, but I guess... Wow.
The tipping toes sends him down.
So let it be known that nobody takes... Let me count. What,
17.
17 stocks off of Mac-U without getting a stock in return.
So, Boise State is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcasters. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. So, Ganondorf is the pick. Apparently, it's heavy characters that hit harder than Captain Falcon. That's how you get a single stock down. And at this point, if you can just do that a couple more times, you've got some stock to play with. And Diggle, unfortunately, your unkilled streak is over. The final numbers are 17.
The perfect game does not happen. I'm very disappointed. I was expecting better performance. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Exactly that. I gotta say though, if the punch, the counter punch. I would love for that to be in top 5 plays of the game. Not only because did somebody finally manage to stop the Pink Falcon massacre. Also, it was just so gorgeous and cinematic. Like the punch, Ganondorf is not phased, and then hits him back, sends him flying at not even triple-digit %. We weren't even close to 100. Just sent him flying.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a mistake that Diggle will not make again. I feel like, again, I was saying in the game, that was so telegraphed. The Ganondorf just charging up. Like, there's no way you do not see that. It's not like something that sneaks up on you.
Yep.
I think the Captain Falcon just made a bet and it didn't pay off. But in the end, it doesn't matter because gravity was on the side of Boise State, just getting those ledges.
The little tippy toes and Ganondorf's lack of recovery for all that power. I really love it when people get punted off the edge with Captain Falcon's just down hit. It's just fantastic to watch them, like, attempt salvation and then be sent all the way back to the spawn.
Yeah, Diggle was like, and I took that personally. I took that stock personally. You are getting set down to the underground. I hope you like it down there. Maybe they'll see Steve from Minecraft down there in the underground in the mines.
In the nether? Or
in the nether.
We went 2 places.
Yeah, some good segue, good segue. It kind of derailed there at this second, but maybe we will see Steve.
I have an important question. Do you think it's a good idea to run Ganondorf or Ganondorf adjacent characters again?
I think if the Ganondorf can take a stock, he can take 2. And if he can take 2, he can take more. That's kind of what Diggle was doing. He started out with 3 stocks, then 6.
We are
Zero Suit Samus
here.
Yeah.
She's so light, but so fast. I think this is one of the only characters we've seen that will be able to outspeed Captain Falcon.
Yeah, you have the stock reset.
So it looks like as we kind of go around, kind of run around, we see Zero Suit Samus actually 13 to 30%. Her recovery actually isn't going to be enough to take her up there, so that is Zero Suit Samus down to stock, only with a 13% lead.
Yeah, definitely. And now, the Zero Suit Samus, she can jump up very high, she can be very fast, but it doesn't seem to be helping her all that much. She hasn't gotten much damage on this Captain Falcon.
Not able to get the hits, not able to kind of predict where he's going to be and put a foot there, as it were there. 35 to 110, that is the second stock down. Captain Falcon, the Pink Falcon, is building up another win streak here, it looks like.
Yeah, this Zero Suit Samus, float like a butterfly, fly like a bee, but this Captain Falcon's punching like a truck.
I love that. Punching like a truck. We see Zero Suit Samus go off the ledge. 42 to 59. Zero Suit Samus is in final KO territory as Captain Falcon sends that elbow, sends that leg. Looking for a really big finishing hit here. Knee, foot. Sends her flying.
Yeah, she's jumping. She's doing her acrobatics, but she's not getting any damage down. That's what you really need to do. And it's just too easy for this Captain Falcon. She will be able to recover. Psych.
Not even. That is a straight gut punch off the map. And now at this point, Mac Yu only has 3 more lives left.
Yeah, Mac Yu really up against the fence here, because if they lose this one, then they lose the series and Boise State will take it.
And the Idaho Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Diggle and Boise State Esports. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming and stick around for Captain Falcon, the Pink Wonder, to take out these final lives from Mac Yu.
Oh, is that Captain Falcon's nickname now? The Pink Wonder?
The Pink Wonder, because
Pink Wonder.
I would say it's earned at this point.
Now I'm just trying to think of some other nickname for Diggle. The one who punches. The one who knees. I don't know. I'm
sure,
sorry.
you can roll with that.
We'll just go to Pink Wonder. I'm sorry. I'm bad at coming up with nicknames. But, man, I think that was by far the least close of the matchups we've seen so far. As Zero Suit Samus wasn't able to accomplish much.
I want to say Pura Mithra was somehow less close than that was, because at least the Zero Suit Samus wasn't standing still, waiting for Captain Falcon to come to them. They were at least kind of like ding, 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 zooming around the map.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I see your point. But now thinking back, that's probably true. I think they're both very close in terms of how much of a stomp it was. Maybe this last round, possibly this last round, will be closer.
Is somebody going to be able to take another stock off of Captain? Do you think Diggle will lose another stock?
No.
I don't think so either. I think they did it with the Ganondorf, and Diggle's like kind of been humbled and is now ready for those sorts of things. And I think fast characters, it was a nice try, but I definitely don't Zero Suit Samus did not work out. There wasn't a whole lot of gun usage or attempt at that range. There was just kind of a lot of running around, and Captain Falcon was following that perfectly and was able to get all of those eliminations. Still might like to see Steve, though, just because of the very unique way that Steve plays. You might be able to come up with something unexpected.
Yeah, you've tried heavy characters, you've tried light characters, you've tried fast characters, you've tried slow characters, you tried ranged characters, you tried melee characters. Anything you've thrown at Diggle, and he has just reposted it. I'm sorry, that's a French word. I can't say it. Successfully parried it, I should say. And we actually do have Young Link.
The return.
The return.
The return of the Young Link. Do you think it'll go better this time?
3, 2, 1, go!
So it looks like Young Link sending the boomerang, trying to, actually waiting for Captain Falcon to like kind of reset their stock. We see people do some little taunts, show me your moves, Captain Falcon says. Young Link says, I have bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow, but so far not able to get any damage. Well, actually 8%, but then Falcon just immediately elbows him. But that dropping sword does quite a bit of damage on the Captain Falcon. But Diggle has an answer for that, and it is a knuckle sandwich, making him eat it.
89 to 42. It looks like both sides will be able to recover. We are reset in the middle. We see the boomerang. We see the arrow. Neither one of them is going to be able to land. That second arrow will. The second boomerang will not. That grapple has been able to get a lot of good damage in. Young Link kind of slowing that gap right as it gets bigger. 103 to 58.
Yeah, and now this Link is in very dangerous territory.
He launched.
Can be long so far. He's been lucky. Sorry, he's not lucky. He is dead. And now he's at 0%. However, oh,
nice,
actually,
nice.
Captain Falcon runs into the bomb, runs into the boomerang. Now he's at 80%.
I definitely say Young Link is playing much better than they did the first round. They have learned from Captain Falcon, and they're making use of those projectiles much more than they were first round. 34, 103, stocks are even, but now the damage gap is lessening as Captain Falcon gets hit after hit after hit.
Yeah, the knee misses, however. Kicks do not. Link able to recover. I lied. He gets hit. Seems like to be the story of the game. Oh, no! Diggle, you point
Diggle,
shaver!
you were the chosen one!
You point shaver! I bet it all on him not losing another stock. And that's how he loses it.
And it looks like as we kind of go around from 149 to 0, 2 stock remaining, they both will be able to recover once again. Young Link not for the second time, 0-0. Final stock. This is the final countdown. The last attempt. Mac, you has it. Take it down, the Pink Falcon.
Yeah, the Pink Falcon versus the Dark Link. Who will win? The battle of the colors, the vibrance versus the darkness. It's battle of good versus evil, I suppose. I don't know if Young Link is evil, but he's a darker color.
So it looks like we have a little bit of kind of hitting back and forth, 80 to 8, 87 to 8. That Young Link is just packing on the percentage and not being able to give a lot in return with BSU still at sitting at 24, now 33, right as I say that, trying to get some of the projectiles in, but I think Diggle has adjusted to those projectiles. They're not doing as much damage as they could before.
Yeah, and Link up in the air actually gets a nice sword while he was falling. I was a little worried for him, but the kick.
The first hit, the second hit, and Young Link goes flying. That is Diggle taking all 24 stock in this best of 3 tonight, only dropping 2.
So I think it's a little debatable who the player of the game is for Boise State. I think the other, certainly all the players of the Boise State Smash team played well. However, I will just, by the slightest of margins, give it to Diggle.
So actually, you bring up an interesting question. What if I were to pick Diggle and then make you debate the other players for Boise State? Who would you say then?
Diggle.
So that's definitely what we have here at Boise State. The joke is nobody else got to play, and this is the second week. So, I mean, maybe some of our other players will finally get some playtime as we watch the Diggle highlight reel.
Yeah, there's a lot of highlight reel to go around. And certainly just, man, it was so spectacular to watch him play.
This is when he loses the punch, and then the bigger punch, and takes him out. There's no one other than Diggle for the past 2 weeks. I mean, the rest of the Boise State team gets to sleep. curious again.
Man, so this is a close one. This is a very close debate. So do you think it's Diggle number 1, Diggle number 2, or Diggle number 3?
I don't know that it matters. I just look at that. Bop bop sends him out of the game. Maybe Diggle number 1, because Diggle number 1 didn't lose the stock.
True. So I will see. Okay, so we'll give it to Diggle number 1. That's where I think it's going to be the player of the game. Diggle number 1. I think. We'll see.
So, I mean, this almost feels a little bit redundant. Diggle, player
Diggle?
of the game. The only one that got to play, of course. And Diggle on player of the game obviously made the Boise State team more successful because he was the only one on the Boise State team tonight, at least. The ICCU player of the game is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful. Just like Idaho Central is helping members achieve financial success. Diggle is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game and our filler of the highlight reel for tonight for the top 5.
Yeah, that could be like basically the entire series. I feel like Diggle just plays spectacularly throughout the entire
watching
thing.
this play.
Oh, why is that in Diggle's highlight reel? That was the one stock he got taken off by a player. I'm not counting that other one. I'm counting that one as somebody bet on Diggle having one stock.
But he also tiptoed Ganondorf off the map, which is important.
That is true.
So with that, do you have any final takeaways from tonight's Boise State stomp? We're feeling good, week 6.
So Boise State, 5-1 in the A-Star League. It's still just looking phenomenal, looking spectacular. Every one of those players is a formidable foe to whoever Boise State plays. I'm very proud of our Broncos, our Smash Broncos, and I just want to see more.
And as we prepare to close out this match, the top 5 plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out to them on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. And from all of us here at Boise State, all that glitters is pink.
Certainly not what you want to see from MacU if you want to be able to defeat this Captain Falcon. % on this Captain Falcon, but this Captain Falcon might just be relentless. No, goes back to the middle of the platform, plays it safer. But is just playing. Oh my god!
He's birds of prey.
Yeah, all that glitters is not gold here for MacU, and this Captain Falcon is certainly not glittering. He's shining, and by shining, I mean he is like on fire, because the other Captain Falcon is igniting.
What glitters is pink right now is that first Captain Falcon that are located directly middle. Not able to, almost.
Oh.
There it is. There's the one stock loss. MacU says, I hit harder.
Yeah, I was about to say Ganondorf's a little too telegraphed, but I guess. Wow.
The tipping toes sends him down.
Certainly not what you want to see from MacU if you want to be able to defeat this Captain Falcon. However, the moral victory has been achieved. 13% on this Captain Falcon, but this Captain Falcon might just be relentless. No, goes back to the middle of the platform, plays it safer. But is just playing. Oh my god.
He's straight. Sends that elbow, sends that leg, looking for a really big finishing hit here. Knee, foot, sends her flying.
Yeah, she's jumping, she's doing her acrobatics, but she's not getting any damage down. That's what you really need to do. And it's just too easy for this Captain Falcon. She will be able to recover. Psych.
Not even.